Finally, I have everything that I need. Thanks to that mad poet, I have the Necronomicon, and a destination, finally, to locate the forgotten city of Neruzavin. This journey will be a long one, surely across land and seas both. But after all the effort that has been put forth, after everything I have attempted over the last few years, this is the victory lap. I will be denied no longer. The black stars beckon, and I will find them. I am Count Hasserton Lowls IV, and when I am done here, no academic throughout the inner seas will forget this name. Somewhere, deep within these sands, I will build history.
So, peeking around the corner in this prison, in this hallway, as we're sneaking over to the other side, my eyes meet the object of all my desires. I'm pretty sure that I just met the BBG, and they got my stick.
The four of you come through this intermediary chamber. The section of this massive moving chunk of a building inside this prison on the surface of the Dreamland's moon. It lets out now not into the mess hall where it connected when you first arrived, but into a longer hallway, stretching down some dozens of feet before turning a corner. A hallway punctuated by what appear to be several doors. And you see a single figure. Almost reptilian-looking, green-scaled. Ghoul. A Lenghoul, much like Marius appears now. But this one has a very recognizable little tiara upon her head. An ash-white staff, topped with a clear crystal in her hands. Not knowing you, recognizing what's happening, certainly expecting an attack. She thrusts the staff out towards the doorway. And I need everybody to roll me some initiative.
Oh no!
Just looking at that.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a nat 20.
Ooh, Cammy's like,
Nah, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Okay.
I'm going to do my
Sources are telling me.
chrono skimmer stuff. If I roll 11 above, I get a 19
see
automatically.
everything
And if
split and stop as you step across. You get, I believe, that's the face of a man who just got a nat 1 for initiative.
it was a 6, but yes, it's considered a nat 1. Yes. Put me in the back.
I basically got a nat 1.
But as you all
29.
ready yourselves here, Cammy,
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
25.
immediate adrenaline
That matters.
shooting through her tiny little body. You may not understand the full abilities, the full power of this staff, but you have seen a couple of times what it can do. This ghoul thrusts the staff out, and for a moment, your breath catches in your chest, waiting for whatever horrible thing is going to come from this. Just kind of shakes it, sticks it again. Ah! And she taps the base of the staff on the floor. Ah! Do magic! Something!
Oh my god.
The magical! Ah!
Can we stop her?
You look like a fool.
I
We're not here to
stay
fight.
back!
Give me that! You don't even know how to use it!
We're here to negotiate.
At this, you
No.
hear a door open around the corner, the squeak of hinges in the hallway, and several sets of footsteps as a retinue of denizens of Lang rush up behind this school. Curved swords in hand, done up in very similar gear to what you had seen back down at the caravanserai, but lighter, less armored. They sport, each of them, short, stout, black wands in their offhands, pointing down towards you, blades up almost just defensively. They look across the group of you, confused. The ghoul just continues to tapping the crystal on the wall and just moving it around and swirling, thrusting it back and forth. She's trying. Nothing at all is happening.
Hey, you guys want to take back the prison?
She's just
No?
one of the denizens just puts a hand on her shoulder. Just kind of, she stops and looks at him. He just holds his hand out. She hands him the staff. He puts his blade away, takes the staff. Who are you? You're not one of us. You don't work here.
Yeah, we're here trying to end the standoff.
I mean, I'm here to kill the 3 demon ladies upstairs.
There's a sizable gap, near 50 feet in this hall between the group of you. The denizens kind of turn to each other and converse for a minute. It's almost inconceivable that you could overhear what the specific words that they're saying. It's not entirely necessary. They're clearly confused.
Yeah.
The whole
Gesturing, like a huddle. They keep glancing back towards the group of you, both a mixture of fear and just complete lack of understanding. Or finally, after a few moments, the one turns back around. How did you get in here?
Kitchen.
The kitchen has no point of access.
We made one.
Converse some more.
I'm so confused. Are we
You
fighting?
see the ghoul kind of reach for the staff, and the denizen just sort of pulls it away from her. She just sort of, no.
And that is our property, by the way.
That's my stick!
You see one of them point down. He's very excitedly pointing down the hall and gestures something. And he turns back around. I knew I recognized the two of you. You were here. You were dropped off weeks ago.
Yep.
What? They converse some more. You guys, you're just sitting in the hall here.
I'm gonna
Where's
go get my
the warden?
stick!
Where's the warden? Don't
No,
point
wait,
your finger
I'm
at
gonna
me.
walk over there. I'm walking over.
Stay back!
No!
He points the wand. and
You don't know how to use it!
He pulls the wand up, swirls it, and points, and it lights up as a blast of white-hot energy shoots into the floor about
Wait,
10
I don't
feet
know
in
how to
front
use
of you,
it.
and a spray of sparks
I figured
whirl
something
down the
out.
hall.
That's what they.
Well, the one that isn't the ghoul knows how to use their wand.
Listen,
There's 3 denizens, each of them sporting one of these wands.
Oh, they all have. Oh my gosh.
as far as I know, you've had a little bit of a civil war within the prison, and the warden on this side is the warden that's supposed to be in charge or wants it back, and the warden on the other side is the warden I hate. So,
The third denizen, who hasn't really done anything but kind of sit in the back, sort of cocks their head and walks up to the front. Puts their blade down and just sort of puts their blade away and just lowers the wand. We have need of allies. And no direct reason not to trust you. If we let you pass, you speak with the warden. Yathkef will decide what to do.
sounds great.
And he just She pats on the shoulder of the ghoul, who just looks at the one holding the staff again, and then just kind of takes a step back and just sort of shies back in the corner as the three denizens make a little space for you all to move past. Well, come then.
It was a wise decision for them. I think we're all in survival mode.
I don't think any of us really want to fight.
No.
We'll get your stick back.
We don't want to lose more numbers to you. You came from that side of the prison. What forces do they have left? Did you fight them?
We fought the dragon.
Or Cephalius?
Yes. She's still alive, but she surrendered and is very injured.
What of Rinsath and her sisters?
They're still alive.
And Arknar?
Still alive.
Just sort of gestures with their wand.
I'm gonna lead the way.
As a group you walk by, the ghoul, still with the crown on her head, kind of cowed at this point, sort of shying back, hunched over. One of the denizens holding your staff in one hand, the wand in the other. They just let you by.
Give him a dirty look.
He's like veins bulging on Kelly's forehead.
I'm gonna give her a real mean look when I pass by.
Intimidation.
You come around the corner to this hallway where you can see the open door where these denizens had poured forth from. There is a small chamber, what looks to be a guard room, on the side of the entryway you had seen when first you approached the prison. The northern wall of the room is a series of small slits and holes that face outward into that chamber between the outer portcullis and the inner gate. Murder holes leading into what would certainly be a hall of death, with all of these denizens back here equipped with whatever wands they have. The main gate, huge and iron, looking just as it had out front, looms just past that, over a final door at the end of the hall where the denizens direct you. You continue onward, moving into a room with a large staircase dominating much of the northern side of the chamber. This is the whole of the area out to the east of the pantry from which you had first entered. This room has similar holes, more arrow slits, more tiny gaps, so that death could be rained from both directions into this entryway, though it's currently unstaffed. The door having been closed implies that they simply didn't have the numbers to occupy this. And in fact, there are a couple of abandoned wands just sort of left in a corner here. The stairs lead up to the second floor. What are we doing?
Are we being guided?
They're not following you.
They're not following?
They directed you when they're watching. They've moved
Yeah.
back up to the doorway that leads into the southern guard post from
Wait,
which
one
they
of them still
emerged,
has Cammy's staff?
and one of them still has the crown. Yes.
We're gonna try to negotiate for that.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
Nope, that's fine.
hold on. Understand, you're not leaving here without it. And you will get it
No,
short.
I'm not. No, that's right. I'm not
We're
leaving
not.
here without it.
Right.
We're not leaving here without it.
Matter of fact, our next conflict, unless something goes awry,
Yeah.
we'll make sure we get this back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lead the way up the stairs.
Upstairs, you come into a somewhat larger space. A frayed rug in a hideous, sickening yellow color covers the floor in the center of the otherwise barren space. On the very eastern side of the room, in an alcove set into the wall, a large lever surmounts yet another massive contraption of gears, pistons, and pipes. Floating above all of this, turned to the side, almost directly above the rug, is a huge, bulbous creature. A pale-skinned, flabby monstrosity with a head like a ball of winding,
Oh!
gnarled tentacles.
Handsome.
Pale,
Pretty? I don't know.
pinkish flesh just hanging, drooping
Oh,
on every
jeez.
side as it floats, seemingly having its gaze turned down towards this carpet in the floor. You all are making no real attempts to hide here, so I figured whatever it is clearly hears you coming up the stairs. And as you turn around the corner into this room, not turning to face you,
Will be a full report. What happened? What forces have we left?
Oh my gosh, that is common, actually.
Yeah.
We're here to speak to the warden.
but hearing this voice, the thing like startles its little arms flailing outwards, little relative to the size of its body, but each like a flapping tree trunk in the air. The thing almost cartwheels backwards a bit with surprise, turning its head quickly your direction, the tentacles just flapping around.
You!
Allies.
Like, Luto!
Yes, us two.
I don't recognize either of you. But you two, the only ones who ever escaped Black Swords. You returned?
Yeah. Your three demon sisters in the other room. I owe them for their hospitality.
You haven't been updated on the situation, do I see? Things with them are difficult. I'll start Piper in the western cell blocks. And them and that dragon wench have banded together. They defy me in my own building, my own facility. Black Swords is mine!
We defeated the dragon.
What?
We came to this side hoping for allies to go march on the three demons and take Black Swords back for you. In return for a favor.
Ah. He literally like looks around, turning his head, not looking at you, like looking around the room, like he's looking for a hidden camera or something.
Well, you are still prisoners of Black Swords. You're our property. And you ask a favor?
Oh, without us, you're not getting Black Swords back.
I think you're playing with a new rule set here.
Do you want our help or not? Do you want your facility back or not?
I don't need anyone's help.
Then
The
go,
situation is under control.
okay, then go take care of it. We opened the way.
He pulls his hands up and starts somewhat slowly counting on large, flabby fingers of one hand, stopping at 4.
We're not working for Lord North. He didn't send you.
No.
Well, what needs your return? Freedom?
That, and you have 2 prisoners we want too.
2 prisoners escape and return asking for the release of more?
Do you want your facility back or not?
What use is a prison who can't hold its subjects?
Well, it uses a prison that has nothing in it.
He reaches down and pulls up several massive rolling folds of pale flesh around his side, digging a hand deeper than looks comfortable in underneath the fat, and pulls out a ring of strange keys, square and angular, with one short diamond-shaped green block attached to the bottom of it.
You can stop Thrushmoor and return my present to me. Fine.
And he casts the keys out. They clatter across the ground in front of you.
There is one more thing.
What else would you ask?
Well, I'm not a prisoner. Anyways, all that being said, one of your allies downstairs has something that belongs to my friend.
It belongs to Black Shores.
That's not how. Well, see, you are using us. We are now allies, correct? We are helping you. You are helping us.
Your contractor is best.
And your guard down there doesn't know how to use the weapon properly. We do.
I do.
You're armed, you're equipped, you have gear, weapons, armor. You need more.
Yes.
Would you rather a useless stick in the hands of your guard or a powerful weapon in our hands?
I will loan the equipment to you,
Okay.
on the terms that it is returned at the end of our agreement.
Sure.
I'm sure it will be.
You're
You mock me?
No.
And he floats a little closer. His hands
No.
balled up into fists as he looms. His tendrils just hanging down, flapping limply from his face.
I want to step up and put the staff between him and Cammy. He's like, there's no need for this right now, sir. We'll take care of this for you.
Kimmy's gonna kind of cross her arms in a sort of smug way, like, yeah.
I think you have bigger things to worry about than some equipment.
He floats back, sort of slowly wheeling around. Very oddly drifting, almost like a balloon floating through the air as he moves. There's no stability. You've seen magical flight before. It's usually quite decisive and direct. He just kind of drifts.
Like an anti-gravity kind of
I
thing.
can't.
Almost.
Yeah. I have a question.
This is a question out of character.
No, it's about the room.
Yes.
About the carpet and the gears. Like, or the specific. Okay, talking about the carpet first. Is there anything underneath that? Can I tell maybe how that's?
Your
Because
only
it's so
thing,
standing out.
The only thing I would give you with that's odd, and I would give you something about the carpet here, is that the carpet is the only thing in this room. It's kind of grody. It's sort of dirty.
Right.
It's a gross color. It's got an odd, like, not
But it
particularly
seems
big
like it
design
has a
on
purpose.
it. But it doesn't. That's what's odd. It doesn't seem like it's covering anything. It's laying perfectly flat on the stone floor.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's-
I've seen this before. This is a bachelor pad.
Oh my gosh!
The carpet is there because he found it,
All right.
and it's
Right.
a little soft on the floor. It's
Right.
R/male living spaces. This room. One
It
rug.
doesn't match anything.
Ears.
Carpet. My giant.
gosh.
I have the rug and I have the giant mechanism. What else do I need?
Right.
Like, why would I waste money?
One folding
Stop
chair.
it.
It's a
so
TV
funny.
sitting on the ground and like a cushion.
He doesn't even need a folding chair because he just hovers.
He doesn't need a seat or a
Oh,
bed.
he's so nasty.
He just floats.
Is there also anything with the gears that I could possibly figure out what that opens? Or
Like
does?
the other several massive mechanisms you've seen in this
Yeah.
prison, it is too complicated to have an understanding of what it could possibly be. You can see that several of the pistons and gears are attached to huge, heavy chains that
Yeah.
run through the floor. So some part of it
It opens or
may
releases
operate
something.
like I either operate the gate below or open something else down below.
Right.
Whether that's good or bad or awful, it's what exactly it does. It's doing something downstairs.
Just trying to gather from any levers to that I see.
There is one giant lever, just very prominently. in the
Very
middle of it.
obviously, this is
Yeah,
the on
there would
button.
be.
This okay, got it. Okay,
Currently down.
all right.
Yathkef turns and points a huge hand towards the doors of the southern wall.
The records chamber. All of our equipment, our repossessed goods are stored with him. Find what was yours and take it for now, but I expect it back.
It'll be
sure,
negotiated
for sure.
afterwards.
All right, boss. We'll give it back.
For sure.
Gonna
for
go.
sure, we do that.
Gonna go down. Gonna go get stuff.
I'm not good at lying, so I'm just saying that amongst everybody else. We'll talk about it afterwards, as everybody else
Does
and
he-
everything else.
Points at that and turns and looks back. If he doesn't really get out of the way, he's only floating a couple of feet above the ground. He's sort of in the center of the chamber.
Hold Cammy away from him, like
I
you
could walk
keeping a
right
child,
under.
like a child
Yeah,
away
he can
from.
walk under.
Woo!
Duck a little bit, maybe. Under like the fat folds, just kind of hanging down. But
Excuse me.
he just sort of watches. Are you all going past, or
Yes.
empty Cammy? Thero just moves by to this southern door.
Do I, with the key ring, can I get a rough estimate of like, oh, this is probably for that? You know, like the one with for the man in yellow, and
You can, I mean,
It's like the big glowy ones for the solid
Right.
confinement.
the big green diamond certainly seems to stand out.
Right.
Yeah.
It probably goes to that. But
there's an empty, diamond spot that probably goes.
the
into
rest of the keys, you're kind of
kindergarten.
doing the thing, I think, when you're trying to figure out where they go.
So like an anime.
So much
main
quicker to pick a
character.
lock.
But this door, fortunately is unlocked at the moment. Inside, there are rows and rows of stone cubbies in the wall, hundreds of them, completely lining the south and northern ends of this space, floor to ceiling. Each one of them with a small metal door set right in the center, covered with script. And the middle of the room is some kind of oddly low, like coffee table height, wide, 9 foot long, 5 foot wide table with an incredibly intricate diorama set on it. A model that is immediately apparent of this exact building. And just a little bit of the surrounding surface of the moon.
Oh, how's it organized?
Well, it seems like how big each one of these little pipes. I'm immediately imagining like a bank, like this.
This
like
is
the
like
little-
safety deposit boxes.
Yeah.
That's basically what this looks like.
Is this safe, or does this actually send things throughout the whole?
No, these are like safety deposit boxes.
Okay, got it,
But every one of them, when you get closer and look at the script on the surface, it looks like runes. They're incredibly sharp, very angular. A lot of triangles and thin, acute angles in the lettering. Almost nothing round. This is a language I don't know that any of you read, unless anybody can read Anglo. No.
I don't even know what that is.
The language.
It's literally just
Oh,
making
okay.
this stuff up.
Every one of these doors has like a latch, but not a lock. They click shut, but can just be popped open. None of them are sealed.
Let's
I guess
see.
I'll just start ruffling through stuff.
What did we come in here for?
Our equipment.
Does it
Equipment is
seem
somewhere
like?
in
Does
there.
it seem like one of them is more used than the like one of these
So,
doors
I'm
is actually like?
assuming that they started in it and they're just going in a systematic order based on when the prisoners are entered into the system. So we're gonna be near. If we figure out where it starts, we're near the end.
I'm just gonna
Cammy
start opening
walked up
stuff.
and popped one
Yeah.
open,
Yeah.
and inside there is nothing but what looks to be a human jawbone. Just sat in the middle of the space.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh,
Perfectly
cool.
white, cleaned, and
Oh
found
my
a
gosh,
little
dude.
tiara.
Look at this.
Is it?
You
Is
can have
it?
that one. I'll open
That's
another.
gross. Jawbone.
Jawbone.
You can add this one. I'll open.
Jawbone.
This is the. There's a section.
I'm thinking
Holy
that this
cow.
is like for every prison, like for every section, every prison has like this is probably where they put like their belongings or something, or whenever they die, they put their remains in there or
But
something.
just
jawbone.
the jawbone?
When you guys left, did you still have your jawbones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I
Could I go?
if it
Could I
was-
figure? I want to figure out which one is the man in yellows.
Did you start looking through those? If you're, I don't know if you're opening any more of these. As many as you would
As
open
many
here
as
in
I
this first
can.
wall. Jawbone, jawbone, jawbone. Some of them bigger, some of them smaller. All of them humanoid jawbones. Some looking like they might have belonged to humans or elves. Some thicker from orcs. Some smaller, gnomish and halfling ones. some a bit stranger angles, some very wide, some with triangular, almost shark-like teeth, but every one that you open just has a polished, bleached jawbone inside of it.
Interesting.
Does the depth of the compartment look like it goes as deep as the compartment?
The compartment, they are huge. They are massive. You could fit a lot in these. They're pretty sizable. So this single jawbone just kind of sitting down in each one, it's almost comically small in this space. You could fit like full suits of plate in these pretty comfortably. They're not small little safety deposit
We
boxes.
can like wave our hand around inside. There's
Yes.
no illusion.
Yes.
Is this how they keep track of deceased prisoners?
Kimmy, are you able to text magic? The presence of magic?
Reginald,
I got
Yes.
you were trying to find the king in yellows. Can you give me a society check, sir?
Uh-oh.
You may not be able to read the names
Hey,
directly or read the labels.
That is
read
a
this Aklo at all.
39, my good man.
The 39, though, even without being able to actually read any of the writing on these labels,
Yeah.
you can kind of start to surmise how this is organized. The section right across from the door where Cammy currently is old. These are a lot of the oldest sections. It looks like a lot of these have not been touched in a very, very long time. It looks like it quite simply just kind of wraps around the room. At the end, on the northern side here, there are a bunch of just completely empty ones that are not used. Ones that are labels have not even been filled out yet. But you can work your way down to what looks like it must be the most recent used section. It's not the most recent label, but not very far from it. You're pretty confident there's a couple that might be yours. A lot of these you figure are names, so the 39. I'll give you that too. They're just names. The Yellow King's not a name. It's like a title, and it's a little bit of a different format. So seriously, with a 39, you're pretty confident that this locker right here probably says the King of Yellow, or something
this is
akin
what-
to it
this
in
is
whatever
his.
this language is.
Yes. I open it.
It is empty.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's empty.
that's
one's empty.
well, that means ours should be near this side of the room, anyways.
Yes. The other prisoner that was there, I would want to try and decipher to
Lysandra.
Lysandra to get to hers to see if that means anything.
She was
Which
here.
would be probably close by because she was in the same.
She's years ahead of us.
I guess.
She's been here for years, according to the dragon.
Yeah.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna start from the Yellow King and look for our stuff.
Sifting through, you pop open a couple just sort of with a general area searching. All the cubbies are jawbones. There are a few exceptions. You find one with a very finely made chain shirt, an enchanted buckler, a runed composite longbow, and a thin cheetah hide dagger, as well as a sack with a variety of very gruesome trophies.
Oh, it's the
One of the ones that's the most obvious is a snout from one of the Zoogs that you had met back in the Enchanted Woods.
What was that?
Oh, wait, does any of the stuff in there look good?
It's a longbow.
There's a ruined longbow and a dagger.
But you do find yours and Cammy's. 2 cubbies paired vertically, with everything except the crown and the staff that you lost when Captain Badrak captured
I
you.
got my boots back.
It's got a cute metal band, a ring, and a necklace.
I got my sword
It's like,
back.
did anybody ever play Pretty Princess? When they were little? Where you have to get the earrings and the tiara and the necklace to what you probably.
Oh, yeah,
I
all-
did.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my huge,
Played
I was
with
a
my-
huge Pretty
I played with
Princess
my
fan.
daughter
Oh,
a few
okay.
times,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, it's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
It was kind of fun to
Kind of
play.
slaps, actually?
It
Like,
kinda
And you get
slaps?
to take one
Game of
from
the
someone
year.
just like, no, honey, that's how the game works. Now give me your necklace. Give me your pretty necklace, because I'm the princess.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, thank goodness. I'm gonna immediately start putting my
I
stuff
put my
back
boots
on.
back on.
If I found the man in yellow's locker, I want to find the other person's locker that was
With that
in
39,
Lysandra and the
that's a little harder because you're looking for just like a regular name now,
yeah,
and you don't know like
the
the
language.
time gap in these lockers.
Is there not like a
that's-
system to the order of the way the lockers are compared
There
to
is,
where
but there's
this-
no like visible date or anything on them, so you don't know if you know she was here. She's been here for years. You don't know how many, and you don't know how much space that would be in here. You can make some guesses, but trying to track down Lysandro's could take forever.
So, if I'm curious for the diorama that's on the table, does that have like interior views, or is it like only the exterior?
As you go, as you're all sort of sifting through lockers, Marius takes an interest in this little replica here. It is fantastically intricate, down to having the actual brickwork carved into it. You can look around the outside of the building. You can lean down. You can see through the portcullis. You can see the arrow slits and the murder holes on the inside of the walls. And you can see thin little seams where it literally comes apart in layers. It doesn't come apart entirely, but the roof of the prison can be sort of pulled up and the floors striate a bit, extending beams in each corner, keeping the model together, but showing you everything in between. And not just the layout of the rooms and the shapes of them, but functional mechanisms. You can see a block in the center that is the shifting hull, and you can see finely carved chains running up to a replica of the mechanism up above that, complete with a small lever. Toggling it even works.
We don't hear anything happen when we toggle it, right?
You don't.
And there aren't little people walking around
Right.
in it.
Not that you see, no.
Right. Well, there are no like labels on the cells that might like indicate a name based on the location.
There are not, no.
Wait, but if you toggle that, does it actually move the model?
Yes, if he flips the tiny little lever, the chains will move, and it will move the tiny little model of the shifting room in the center of the prison.
Okay, so both of the machines work the same. This one also shifts the prison around, the one that's in the room here.
If you if you flip this little lever,
Yeah.
that pulls up the portcullis in the front.
Ah, okay. Got it.
You can see more.
So the portcullis is the very front
Yes,
gate,
next to the guard. You spoke
right next
of.
to the guard. Got it.
You can see more of the machine in a torture room. There's no connecting functional pieces for this, but you can see that the amalgamation of pipes and fluted connections do continue up above. And you can see that the room above the torture chamber, on the third floor, only the western half of the prison has that sort of humped back that goes up to a third floor, has a mass in the center of the room of horns and pipes, extruding out in a cluster bent in seemingly random directions, looking like a sea urchin just sat in the center of the floor. And you see the walls of that room are carved with frescoes, like maps of the Dreamlands, extremely realistic maps of the Dreamlands. And every one of these is almost an arced projection that all weaves together as if they were carved from the perspective of the moon looking down over the world.
I don't like that at all. Before I investigate that any further, we don't see any other like points of ingress or egress around the sides. No storm drains that lead out. Things like that. Potential exits, if necessary.
There is a grate
Great.
in the far west side of the cell block. You saw it from the cell block. If it connects to anything other than just drainage down below, the model doesn't display that. But other than that and what you did with the kitchen, It truly looks like this portcullis and front gate are the only means of ingress into the prison itself. As a matter of fact, you have been to all of it now. You have seen the whole of this building, save for 2 small little rooms on the southern end of the entryway. Well, the one guard post and then seemingly a similar small, maybe a barrack right below that. And this 3rd level of the western side, which looks like it's split into 2 sections. The stairs that you were next to in the solitary confinement wing lead up into that room with all the pipes and the horns. And there was another set of doors that lead into a final chamber, a little bit smaller on the back end. That room doesn't seem to have much carved into it at all. It looks like it's fairly large. By the scale of the model, it's probably almost as big as the room the Yacht Kef is floating in right now. A little smaller, but not much.
Well, Marius will continue to just kind of look it over and kind of try to keep a mental image to make sure we're not surprised by anything as we move along.
As we get our gear in order, I'm going to walk over to Marius and hand him the scimitar. It's like, it's going to be very cramped quarters.
Appreciated.
Just think of a weapon, it shifts into it. Think of hitting someone from far away and you teleport. It's kind of nauseating.
Looking,
Yeah.
trying to find
pretty cool.
Lissandro is difficult, and even if you did, unless you found a name tag in there, you might not even know for certain that you'd found her cubby. But you do find another cubby that has something other than a polished jawbone or nothing in it. It's a small collection of goods. Clothes, a strange angular dagger, almost kind of like a lightning bolt, a brown and gold cloak, and a small glass vial with a tiny fang in it, almost looking like an extended human canine. It doesn't end in a point necessarily, but it's suspended in some kind of oil or other thick liquid, and a thin trail of blood just seems to seep out from the base of the tooth into the liquid, or the tip of the tooth, I'm sorry, into the liquid.
What color is the
around
liquid?
it. The liquid itself is clear.
Okay.
This blood just sort of diffuses through it.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
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 I found these. I'm keeping these. I'm just joking.
It's my new
Who's the real rogue here?
We obviously don't open that, right, until
No.
Not unless you want to
Figure it out.
Take a close
brown and gold cloak. Okay.
After just sort of, without any like real rhyme or reason, opening a certain number of cubbies to just find more and more jawbones, I think the Cammy would just kind of like sort of throw her hands up after she's gotten her stuff and go look at the model with Marius. And is it at all apparent? Is it more apparent like what the machine is powering necessarily? Like if there's multiple things like.
It really kind of looks like it just ends in this cluster of pipes and horns. If there's more to the machinery, it's not depicted here.
All right then. Are we ready?
I think so. You said there was a knife, a dagger.
Yes.
Cheetah.
That's like a.
Well, this is a different thing too. This is that locker he just opened.
Yeah.
It's another.
Oh.
It looks very. It goes back and forth. You get like the blade itself, kind of like a lightning bolt. Clearly not very useful.
Any
Definitely
runes
more
or
of a
anything on there?
ceremonial thing. Doesn't appear to have any. No.
Okay. That's why I
And
think
Cammy could very quickly determine, or you if you have to take magic, that it's not magical.
Yeah.
All right. We got our stuff.
Yes, I
We'll
have.
get your staff on the way out.
Yes.
Okay.
Does anybody have like, was it detect magic or anything to or to
It
figure
would
out what
take
these
me
things
a
are?
couple of minutes, but I could figure out. I mean, I could. Here, let me take a. What do you want me to take a look at?
I mean, I think possibly this cloak.
All right.
Let me. What's your modifier?
For what?
Whatever
Occultism?
tradition. To pick your favorite tradition. Occultism, probably.
Occultism, 22.
22. Oh wow, 22.
Maybe I should. Oh, I guess is that a
That's
spell?
what you can. You
You
can.
can just do any.
You definitely just open that one up twice, I believe.
Ooh!
Big
Well,
knowledge.
that is not.
Twice?
Like, that's not like Dreamlands format. That's like regular format.
Oh.
Me and Mario's just in the corner playing rock.
What is
What?
this?
That's not the insanely powerful items you've been finding in the Dreamland so far. That's
It's
just
a very
someone else's
strange item.
thing.
I think that it's for I kind of turn it over a couple of times and notice like some sort of stains and some sort of grimes. I think it's like for digging and stuff. Like maybe it's just a miner?
Yeah, maybe. That's cool.
What's it do?
Will,
It's a cloak.
however fast you are up here, you could also dig just as fast.
That is, I rolled very high. You got a critical success. It's an Earth Glide cloak.
What about
It's
the...
just for digging, I think.
It's
Give it to the dwarf.
pretty funny.
It's just
very
burrowing
funny.
speed.
Yep, that's a thing
Like
that
a
there is.
mole.
Yeah, huh?
There's a prison mole. Got it. Okay.
Oh,
But they arrest a mole.
Oh, I
I'm gonna
have a
figure this one
already,
out.
So
Does she figure it out, or can I figure it out?
you can do that
You
one.
can try and figure it out.
What's your modifier?
Would it be for occultism?
If that's what you want to use, yeah, any of the knowledge traditions. So
It is
occultism,
plus
religion,
22.
arcana. If you're better at arcana, you can use that.
Occultism is my highest.
All
thing,
right,
it's plus
22 then. You can open that once. That one's more of a Dreamlands item.
So we're moved.
Don't open it. It's the first thing it
We're doing tic-tac-toe
says.
now.
I
Don't
was
you
gonna
do it.
try to find a little model
Okay,
and start playing My Little Prison.
Tied
My
to
Little
or
Prison.
Something you are holding, keep it
Our
close.
prison dream house.
I don't want a digging.
Okay.
We'll give it to Marius.
I will.
Marius Dream Prison.
Marius dream prison.
I will. Is it like on like a little necklace rope?
It is not, no, but it looks like it does have a small little
bag.
Do you
bit on
mind
the
if I
top
put
where there
this
was
on?
once a clasp on it.
I don't know
But
what it is.
Okay, I will hold it close to me. Find a way to. I don't know, either like make it like a cuffling or something,
Have a
or
cloak that stops her from blowing.
or put it in a pocket.
It's like in Shawshank
you could definitely
Redemption, right?
finagle like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
cufflink out of it.
Just,
You
for,
can
just for
definitely-
fun. I feel like for
spoon?
flavor that'd be kind of cool if I had
so
like a
can take your
cuffling of
scimitar
a
and turn it into
of this
a
little
A spoon,
glass
and then-
vial with a tooth on it. That sounds
Here,
cool.
I can use this.
That's a
Fair enough.
Shawshank Redemption cloak.
Here's a list of all the one-handed weapons that it
It's
can turn
perfect
into.
for this
Oh,
I
situation.
mean, a burrow speed cloak you
And then
find in a prison is kind of
also-
like peak 1960s cartoon energy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
The train.
I'm gonna get out one way or another.
you just dig up into a different part of the prison and you're still stuck there forever. But it takes me some time, the two of you, to identify those, while Marius is kind of looking through the model and
I'm there with him.
MD's present, just sort of looking it over.
bored.
You hear the voice of Yoth Kef echo into the room.
What is taking so long?
We can't read your language.
Illiterate.
No,
I'm not illiterate. It's just different languages.
your language isn't common where we're from.
I can speak yours. Many others. What, you only know one?
I mean, you're very smart, and I'm very not.
And it's pretty literal. It
I'm
is
gonna
just not common.
I'm just
You
gonna-
notice in this room here, the voice isn't really necessarily coming through the door. You just kind of hear
It's
him.
in our brains.
It sounds like he's speaking. You hear the voice in your ears. You've experienced definitely several kinds of this of like telepathy at this point. It sounds like a thing that you're hearing, but you realize now that like it's not falling off with distance. Being in a different room isn't really slowing it. It is. It's definitely he's not just speaking words and you're hearing them.
Right. Well, we're done in here. Let's go.
That's all right.
You speak it, but you can't read it.
Guess so.
Apparently.
Listen,
I'm
I know
not-
6 languages. All right. There's so many others out there. Don't be so close-minded.
And I'm not smart, so
You have your strengths. All right.
we can't all be as smart as you. Just look at the blood.
Damage any of those things. The Black Source property is important.
Yes.
As warden of this facility, I won't harbor any slights against our cause or purpose of business.
Are you technically warden right now?
I am! Black Source is mine!
Alright.
Get back to the west side and deal with our brother!
I'll make sure that statement's true by the end of the day. I'm gonna start walking down the stairs.
All right.
Alright, I guess we'll follow.
Yes.
And as we enter the hallway with all the denizens, if
As soon
there's
as you get back to the door, which they had closed, into the hallway, and you step up to it and you open it, and as you approach it, you hear a scrambling of footsteps. And open the door to see the most... I'm just hanging out here,
Are any of them whistling?
ghoul with the crown on her head, and one of the denizens, less awkwardly, still just kind of standing outside the room. You see him nod, and the other two come back out of the guard post. The ghoul, truly terrible. Oh, you're back.
I'm
Kind
gonna
of.
glare at the ghoul, point at my forehead.
Now it's mine!
We're borrowing it. I mean, technically it was ours, and we needed to take back the prison. Do you want to keep your job or not?
And one of the denizens comes around the corner again. What did Yothkef say to you? You're here, so he has determined not to kill you or re-imprison you. We were not called for.
Yes.
You have reached some kind of agreement.
We're
Yes.
contracting.
Yes.
And while the contract is up, we would like our things.
Unless you guys really want to help us go take the other side of the prison.
Still,
We tried that
Give our
once
things back.
before, when there were a lot more of us than there are now.
Yeah, but we're much more skilled than you.
She kind of reaches inside the door frame and comes out with the staff. And kind of walks over, pulls out the cannon.
Just snatching that thing.
Are there any surprises we should know about?
You were over there more recently than we were. I don't know what would help you.
Tell us about the demon sisters. Double sisters.
The Sisters of Disbitter. I do not know much about why they are here or what deal they have struck with Arknar, but they were aiding him in his research. He is interested in varieties of torture, more specifically the power of anguish, agony. How it can be utilized. For what purpose, I don't know. We don't travel much further than the cell block. Our jobs were simply maintaining things, ensuring that the prisoners did not get into uncouth activities when they were in the mess hall or working shifts in the kitchens, and bringing them their daily goods in the cells, ensuring they were alive. We did not venture upstairs. But the big one, Prinsop, she is their leader. I know that much. She is some kind of commander, where she is from. Claims to have led legions. She is here now, so I do not know the veracity of such a claim. But that's what she says. The winged, the fiery one, Malzas, and the four-armed Iza, they are beneath her, subordinates. They all came together. I don't know much of what they're capable of. I have attempted to keep my interactions with them to a minimum, as I'm sure have my colleagues here. And the other two denizens just kind of shrug and nod. But I know that Rinsath is, well, at least as strong as she appears. And Iza, the smallest of them, is a very potent sorceress. Although to my understanding, all devils of hell are to some degree. Is that helpful?
Yeah.
is any of you capable of wanting to join us to actually try and...
Not in particular.
All right. This might be your best chance.
We clashed with them, or rather they attacked us, and what you see here now is all that is left. We were wholly unable to stand up to Orsophelius, who, the group of you, were able to fell quite handily, by your own words. It would be more of a hindrance than help.
I'm trying to think, maybe is there any kind of secret passageways to get
No.
in? It's just all straightforward.
We
There
saw
is
the
only
guy
this one
around.
entrance to the facility. Black Shores has but a single means of ingress, and with the shifting room in the middle, it is all but impossible for prisoners to escape. Before you two, of course.
Another question. Do you have a stock of healing potions or anything else?
Not much left, but not none. Much of what we had in our stores was used during or very shortly after the riot. And she turns and looks into the guard room again and sort of around the corner and leans out of view. Very thin. Very thin.
Seems to me like I think it's time. We all got everything? Are we all ready?
She still has my tiara.
Hey, Ghoul.
It's my tiara.
I will break your neck.
Then it just kind of raises an eyebrow and nods toward her.
I'm just gonna kind of step out and just sort of like bow a little bit and just kind of go like, right there, please.
Hands it down towards you, just sort of gripping the outside.
I'll put my head underneath her hand. You're so close.
Just take it.
And then I tap her fingers with the palm. Come on, let's go.
I'll just kind of jump up and grab it, put it on my head just
All right.
like that. Da da da.
And so Cammy has been recrowned.
Yes. Yes.
You know, you need
Got all my stuff back.
you need general rules for the prison. I mean, if people die, I understand. If you just steal things, that's unlawful. This is a well-organized prison, is it not?
Doesn't raise her hand again. Well, things have somewhat become difficult as of late. And when a prisoner passes, they forfeit their belongings.
That makes sense.
Those that we have collected, we do it as we please.
But they survived. So there should be a rule for that.
They were gone.
Well, it's good we got it back.
Either way, thanks for all your information and help.
If we're able to restore this prison to some semblance of working order, I will consider it a fair trade. I aid you of my own interests. Do not think this charity.
I don't think it is. You like to keep your job.
Position. There is little in the way of direct pay here, but the prisoners accumulated at Black Shores often have interesting relics, such as yourselves.
Yes. Alright then. Let's
Alright.
go.
I think I just came up with Reginald's retirement plan. I think I want to go and just like fix the whole system of this whole prison, run it well, respectable.
Overhaul the
Overhaul, like,
Dreamlands
listen,
Moon
we need to work
prison,
on
just
some
kind of
things.
make sure everything's in order here.
Yes.
Vote him warden of the moon prison.
Right.
Well, as you make your way back down the hall and back once more into the cell block, now kitted out and everything that should be yours, you head back upstairs, back to the torture chamber, and don't see any sign of anyone.
Great.
No view of Orthophelius, no devil trio, just a lot of torture equipment. Still a lot of blood flung around the room from your battle. No signs of life. The air is once again full of that ever-present shrill hum. That machine, those captured screams leaking out from the pipes, just echoing shrilly through the air. And you head back to the stairs. As you ascend the stairs to the third floor here, what are we doing? What are y'all doing?
Ari, what do you think the plan is?
I think we're. I don't know why everyone's looking at me. I'm.
You're
I mean, I think we just have to go.
I can make two of us invisible.
What?
I don't even know if that knows.
Me out of over the table. I think I'm having a hard time because I haven't seen what the full prison layout looks like. So I think knowing what we saw with the diagram,
That's fair.
I think we'd be able to kind of plan out the direction
can
we need to go.
Definitely just reveal everything. It looks like the stairs lead right up into that room with the massive pipes atop the torture room equipment. It's just kind of, the third floor is just 2 rooms. The one the stairs lead up to with the top of the machine, and then a doorway that leads into that last chamber that didn't really have any features at all. Not in the model, anyway.
So presumably we're going to have to meet the sisters and then the warden.
Yes.
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
This is the torture chamber we're looking at?
No.
This is the whole of the floor that you're on.
Right. That's where
So
we
you guys are at the
We're
base
going
of the
upstairs.
stairs to the doorway, because that's where the base of the stairs are. Right next to the solitary confinement wing.
That's where we fought the dragon.
Yeah.
The top one.
Well, we know that we're going to probably run into trouble. So
I don't think
And that's the top floor.
the question is, how apparent do you think that it is that they know that we, your people, are coming? Where it's worth.
No, they've heard the sounds of the whole building shifting. They know.
Well, then I guess we just go.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much of a benefit of sneak attack, but
I'm
I do
going-
think we should just at least keep our eyes
This is
out.
going-
Make sure there's no
Weapon,
traps.
raise, shield.
So MD's keeping his shield raised as he heads up the stairs. He's just ready to throw down.
I mean, I might as well do it. I am going to cast invisibility. The thing is, does anybody else want to be invisible to start?
Sure.
I'm not going to use
I'll
it.
never say no.
Well, I'll
I
use,
like a little extra dose.
I will use my hero point, which I believe, which is magical reverberation. The spell's power reverberates
She's
in
always
your
been so
mind.
good to me.
It's such a
You
good
can
hero
cast
point
a
card.
spell 1 additional time without having it prepared or extending a spell slot. So I believe that just means I can cast invisibility twice.
Yeah, that just means you can invisibility.
Boom.
You can just
Me and you are both invisible.
throw out a double cast, and the 2 of you shimmer out of view.
Right, and I believe invisibility lasts for 10 minutes.
So,
Unless-
yeah, 10 minutes are until you do something hostile. yeah.
Hostile, correct. Got it.
Which of the 2 actions would be the best for this? Mostly looking for traps and stuff.
That would be searching, so the perception checks, just seeking to make sure that gives you the roll if anything is there. Scouting is just an initiative bonus.
Okay.
So, but you two, what are you doing? Are you sneaking? You have your invisibility, or
I've been trying to just
Oh,
be as
I guess
quiet
I-
and staying close to them two. And
Nah. Cammy's feeling better after having put somebody else down. So I'm gonna just be thinking. I don't think that I'd be
You calling
sneaking.
knowledge?
I'm not good at it
I
anyways.
don't think she realizes that
somebody-
she's invisible.
Unless somebody better is sneaking, it's not. I think I'll only hurt
are you
myself.
trying to sneak, Reginald?
I'm
or-
trying to. Whenever there's a first, our first adversary, I would like to try and get a strategic position on them.
Okay.
That's why I am invisible.
Okay.
Cammy's like, I'm invisible. Of course they won't see me.
So,
Running into walls.
MD, I assume shield raised is going to be at the front of
Yes.
this group here. And as you start to ascend the stairs, you hear the wailing sound echoing through this whole floor starting to get louder. And as you turn the corner on this stairwell, it starts to become almost overwhelming. It's not exceptionally loud, but it bores its way into your mind. It's overpowering, it's overwhelming, it makes it hard to think. And as you're ascending the stairs here, it really, really starts to hit you. If you push through it, I need a will save. Just for being near this, like walking into the thick of it.
All of us are just in.
Well, it would be, yeah, he's at the front, so it'd be him first.
Wee woo. I'm gonna use. I'm caught off guard by the sound initially, and it takes me a moment to like kind of snap and like focus on it to try to force it out of my mind. I'm gonna use this hero point from type 1337 to reroll that 6
That's
Ooh,
fair.
to an 11. Better.
a lot better, actually.
29.
29 will succeed. But you can all see MD kind of stop and shudder for a moment. You shake it off barely. but it is piercing. As the rest of you come up behind him, the sound gets louder and louder and louder. If you're just continuing up the stairs, only will saves from you two.
Does it sound like somebody in the room or like the leak?
Sounds like the machine.
the leak.
It sounds like the sound downstairs, but like that was a leak.
Is
this
a fear
is
effect?
absolutely a fear effect. Yes, this is like an overwhelming, overlapping chorus of screams.
Unperturbed.
And that was Will?
Will.
Okay.
Can I ask something that won't help me roll a fear save? But, is it possible to hear, again, just trying to determine, like, so it's not the leak. Can I hear, like, our screams? Like, is it a collection? Okay. That's so cool. I'm really glad that disadvantage isn't a thing in the system, because a question like that might
Seeing MD...
Ooh, no!
Seeing MD flinch...
I have a 32.
Marius, like, grips the fine yellow sash he's been wearing to kind of brace against whatever effect he's about to walk into for a 37.
All right, 37, 32. Succeeding and succeeding.
Thank you to Link.
All of you are
and George.
so far like really tempering yourselves. It's unsettling
I don't feel good about this.
and it's uncomfortable, but it's not something you can't push through.
Thank you to Link 1429 and George. That was a 3. Realizing and recognizing the sound of her own blood-curdling screams and just being jolted back to those memories. Cammy nearly loses her steel. It's an 11.
Fire.
So that would be a... It's 30. 30 even.
All of you succeed.
Whew!
You
Also,
make-
thank you to
that's so
type
terrible.
1337 for the double magical spell slot thing.
You make your way to the top of the stairs to see exactly the room from the model, with some differences. These maps, these frescoes of the Dreamlands across the wall are smeared with blood. It looks like it has been almost sprayed across them. Several sets of gouges and scratches rip through the walls as well, marring the surface of these carvings all across their faces. You see the top of the machine now. These pipes, these horns, these angles perforating through the stone floor in a bizarre and almost random assortment, looking like the top of an organ or musical instruments even. Horns of trumpets just piercing up from the ground, blasting this chorus of screams through the room. And you see 3 figures in here. Amongst this 3 figures, 2 of you would very much recognize. Hunched over near the back of the room, just looking through the bottom of some of these horns, is a 4-armed woman with gray, pale skin. Just rags and tatters of cloth around some of her body, a hood drawn up around her head. Standing not far from her is a woman in a very ornately carved suit of armor, her breastplate almost resembling the scowling face of a devil itself, with 2 pin pricks of firelight in its eyes. Her hair almost like flames. She stands, the bow in hand, leaning over the other one. And the third, a massive, hulking, gray-skinned woman, standing nearly 8 feet tall, with long, curved horns sprouting up from her forehead, arcing back atop her. Massive, heavy red plate armor, black feathered wings folded across her back. A little closer to you, but also facing towards whatever the 3 of them were doing here in the center of this room, with an enormous crescent-bladed battle axe in her hands. The screams that bounce among the chamber here are penetrating. They're piercing. They're frightening and cloying, but they're really not that loud. Your footsteps, the rattle of your armor, the clatter of your scabbards against your legs as you move is still fully audible. It gets all of their attention as the three of them turn around to look at, well, two of you. Seeing MD and Marius enter the room with two invisible little friends kind of following around behind them. The biggest one, closest to you, hefts the axe up and lays it back across her shoulders. Well, I must say, this is a strange surprise. Never have we had someone escape, and certainly never have we had them return, not of their own volition. You see the archer, her hand quickly shoot down towards your quiver as she just puts her bow in front of her, not raising it to shoot, but just holding it there. And her eyes dart across the four of you. There's four. The third in the back just kind of forearms, reaches around the base of one of the horns and just sort of looks across the two of you. I see two. There's four. The other one's back as well. And one I don't recognize. Well then. Why? Our hospitality must truly have been impressive to have brought all of you with friends back to us once more.
Wanted to make sure I paid you back for your hospitality.
Really then?
Figured I owed you.
You've come at a very interesting time.
I can tell.
Well, we were busy with something, but I suppose we could spare you a few moments.
If you would kindly.
Please. I've been itching for some semblance of an actual test.
I've been itching to make you bleed.
And the archer staying there just kind of looking back and forth between the two of you having this talk. What are you doing? Don't provoke them. Just strike them down. End this. In the back on the ground, this four-armed woman, Isa. I don't know. I think this is interesting. They got away, didn't they? We can learn a lot from them. Don't kill them. Just put them back in their cages. I'll do my best. No promises.
Don't hold back.
Come on, then.
How are they standing?
They're fairly close together.
How many feet?
Probably within about 15 feet of each other.
Are they in a line?
Not quite.
Okay.
You can get any two of them, though.
Okay.
But as she hits the chest of her full plate, X at her side, grin across her face, Rinsath ready to receive her guests, Malsus reaching for an arrow, and Isa in the back just kind of giggling with a wicked grin, waiting to see what happens here. We're gonna take our break.
Oh, no!
We're gonna stand
No!
up. We're gonna stretch our legs.
The most sensible one's always the archer. Don't talk to them. This is
What are you doing? Just kill them. Like, stop.
Seriously.
Don't taunt him.
Our most sensible one is our archer.
We're smart. We're staying out of the back.
The archetype is there. That's why they stay in the back. They don't want to get punched in the face. They want to be back there. We're gonna stand up, stretch our legs, get some snacks, get some drinks, take a couple minutes. We'll be back in about 10. There will
Oh my
be a
gosh,
timer
snacks.
on the screen to let you know.
Snacks.
Oh, she got excited for snacks. She was so disappointed, but now there's snacks. Look at her. She's so
Yeah.
ready.
No, I feel better now.
You can sell both Cammy or Sully with snacks. I feel
Yeah.
like either of them would respond
I'm a simple
equally
woman. I
positively.
get-
In
But
this
it's-
household, we love snacks.
We're not here to be complicated, man. Who doesn't love
That's
snacks?
just a simple
Hey, feel free to take some of that time to check out a few of our partners. All these maps we're bringing up here, the layouts, the fight we're about to have. That's Arkenforge, map making software and local virtual tabletop rolled together into one. Or if you just want, who doesn't like dice? You're here. You like dice. Don't lie to me. Go to Easy Roller. Get dice. Discount code UGT Show works for all of our partners, those two and more, right down below the video player. We'll be back. Don't go too far, everyone. Welcome back, everybody. Well, good news. We found your friends. When we had left off before the break, we'd come upstairs to a chorus of screams, an orchestra projected from these horns in the ground of the agony harvested in the torture chamber down below. And we've come face to face once more with the 3 devils responsible for the torment that MD and Cammy had suffered during their time here. But now, you have your weapons. And you have your friends. So let's roll initiative, fellas. And see what we get.
Go ahead. You're rolling that one?
It's what roll.
It's rolling
on
hot.
the superstition. And it's rolled pretty
That's
high
pretty
today. It's never. If I stay loyal.
Marius.
Marius, the Gold Dwarf Ranger.
He
Got
did
a
it again.
35.
I reminded him
Yeah,
on
you're
break.
You got a what?
35.
35.
I, MD, the full-blooded orc rogue who's very, very not happy, rolled a 30.
Solid.
I, Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch who's gonna blow something up. I rolled a 37.
Ooh, upset. All right, fair.
With my, again, Chrono Skimmer thing, I rolled a 14, which gives me an automatic 19, which gives me a 37.
Ooh, 35. You got 39, Cammy?
I got 37.
Oh, also, who wants to go first?
Let Cammy go.
You go.
Sully. Sully wants to go
It's
first.
Cammy turn to
Actually,
blow
I
up
think
room.
they want to go first.
Come
Let's see
on.
what we got.
There are only some demons.
Very large spread here.
Is it like
Okay.
level 5?
Easy.
That's not easy. Easy
Their
back
level
on
is
the
probably
boat.
a multiple of 5.
Let me get
I hope they're not 15.
me these numbers. Okay. So 1. I think they're going to be super spread across the board here.
Oh,
1 here. We have 1 here. Trying to make sure I put the ones that are
We're
matching the
invisible.
thing. And
yeah. But
what
as
you
soon as
got?
we do violence.
A 30.
30
Right.
even? There's actually 1 down here.
Wow. Ha, they suck.
We've got the most spread it's possible to be. This is the perfectly literally the perfectly balanced initiative board here. And as MD yells and rushes forward, I'll give you guys, because these are actually, let me do it this way, maybe it might be a little bit easier. This is Big Lady. This is Little Gremlin. So
Okay.
there we go. So MD and Big Lady, the two that are standing there just
A match made it.
yelling at each
Yeah,
other,
yeah, instead of
hanging out at the
fighting,
bottom
we're
of the
yelling at each other,
initiative
yeah.
table while everyone else actually starts fighting. They're just like,
That's really good.
Posturing.
as lore accurate
Yeah.
as it should be.
It's posturing.
First, this little caster in the back kind of looks around, sees this about to fight, sees this about to happen, just kind of taps on one of the horns next to her. Surprisingly resilient to this, it seems. Tritione disperationis, and pulls the 4 hands together and throws them out and spreads them wide as another blast of screams and wails rushes out across the room. But you don't hear it so much as feel it. And it's not a sound as much as it is just a feeling. And I need a will save from all of you. It is not a fear effect.
Nice. Not nice.
I got the will of day.
All right.
I got a 30 or 30. I got a 23.
23. Oh, I heard. Oh, do I need to? Oh. Is your camera shenanigans happening? Okay. 23. MD, I lost track what I was doing. Please hold. Regular failure.
36.
Regular success.
I forgot to ask if I would take damage.
No.
Okay. Then that roll is going. I'm gonna have to thank somebody real quick. I'm gonna say
I had a
thank
32.
you to.
Regular success.
Ooh, yeah, because that's a 2. So I'd like to take this time to thank Naxtooth.
Okay.
Naxtooth has always had a special place in my heart. And I've always felt that way. As I try and steel myself against this effect. That's a nat 20.
Oh. And Cammy
Come
missed.
on, man.
Cammy feels nothing.
Nothing.
And Cammy
Get 'em.
feels absolutely
Get 'em.
nothing at all.
Little ball of rage cannot be hurt.
So, critical success, you're fine. You don't feel anything. 2 successes. You feel not so much fear, but more just like hopelessness set in both of you. Like, not this is impossible, but like, why are we even doing this? Why are we here, and what is the point? Neither of you can use reactions. You, my good sir,
I'm already sad.
are already melancholy. And this just compounds on that very, very heavily. You are slowed 1, and you can't take reactions.
Cool. That's not great, actually.
You are also frightened 1, as a separate effect starts to set into you, and you see the body of Iza in the back with her 4 arms almost sort of extend and distort, this nightmarish grin on her face spreading up into shadows looming around, and it is unsettling. So, recap: frightened 1, -1 on all your checks and DCs. Slowed 1, you only get 2 actions. Can't take reactions, you don't get your reaction either. Oh, surprisingly resilient indeed. Rinsack, this should be fun for you. Cammy.
Okay, so am I able to see then, or like capture? I was
Yeah, you're like at the edge of the room, like you're in the room.
because I was definitely like sizing them up, and I'm going to need to see them. I would like to cast, as I target, just like the sort of. I want to kind of hit like the center portion, but a little bit to the left there, like over the one with all the knives.
Okay.
Just sort of behind her. This is a 10-foot burst.
Okay. You definitely catch all of them.
Okay.
If that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they definitely catch all of them.
As Cammy, not affected at all by this fear effect, just channeling, I mean, rage, but also a sort of fear of her own, trying to dissociate and drown out the sound of her own screams. As she launches forward a spell, I'm going to need a basic fortitude save from
Okie
all of
dokie.
them.
Is this going to damage them?
Yes.
And as you cast that out, Iza kind of turns and puts the 2 hands in her right side up, Umbra Sephonis, and casts something in response.
Maybe can she see it?
What's your spell DC?
It's a 30.
30. 33, so it's gonna succeed. And then a fortitude save from all 3 of them.
Okay. Oh.
Boink, boink, boink.
Thought I was about to have my first counter spell.
Let's see. Malzus
Is
gets
it
a
like-
30 even. That's the fiery hair.
Okay.
Rensath gets a 39.
Ooh.
Ooh, 41 actually.
Oh, come on.
Rensath gets a 41.
That's +2, yeah.
Iza's a little distracted. She's busy doing something else. She's casting her own thing here.
Too cocky.
She gets a 28.
Yeah, she does. Fail.
So did
We have,
Did
if
Malzus-
it's a 41, then that's a crit success.
so
it'd be 40.
crit success on
So she's
Rensath.
fine.
Malzus with the 30 even. Is that a success or failure?
That would be a success. I'm
Okay.
at 30. I am.
Okay, so
yeah.
perfect success and a failure on you. We got the spectrum. We got 1 crit, 1 regular,
we
1
do.
failure.
Woo! All right. A huge burst of energy laces this area amidst all of them, as it seems like time grinds to a harsh halt. This is awaken entropy. So, a creature that would enter or begin within that area is going to have to make a save and take 8d6 negative force damage.
Okay.
And then it will continue to sustain.
So they So they take it all right now, or when it gets around to their turn?
That enters or begins.
Oh, so
I guess it would be on their turn.
So when it gets to their turn, they're gonna start
I would
getting hit.
assume it would hit them.
Enters and begins means it's just going on their turn instead of hers. Because if it begins their turn, they can't possibly get out of it unless something moved them on not their turn. But Nebula 315, get him, bestie!
Yeah!
0 point for Cammy.
Thank you!
So this, what is this? As this all bursts out from the center here, you see first the eruption of magic and this force energy that you expect. But it almost immediately starts to trail off into shadows and wisps. It's still there, but it looks like it's being subsumed by some kind of darkness. It's just fading out. Do you have an action left, or is that 3?
That's 3 actions.
Big bursto. Then we come to Reginald.
As MD and was it Rinsath are having this conversation, I'm sizing her up, looking for a weakness, and I'm going to.
I will give you, because you were just trying to use your activity to find something to do with them. I'll give both of you, Cammy and Reginald, a knowledge check on a devil of your choice.
Ooh. Let me.
Do you have just random devils in your brain that you can just think of?
She's just smart.
I've been here before.
It will be a religion check, so it's off your religion modifier,
Okay.
because they are devils.
Alright, is this you roll or we roll?
I roll.
Okay, 17.
17,
I would like the caster.
the caster.
There's a double on your brain.
So the caster, as you may have picked up from the art, where it's just a lady with a lot of knives, does have some magic. I mean, she just threw that out, and it wasn't particularly powerful. Every devil's got some magic, and she's got a little more than most, but she is, like most of them, just kind of a murder blender. So you don't want to be close to her either.
Okay.
She is a very rippy, stabby. Like their primary thing is the forehand million damage knives.
Yeah.
They just have a little bit more magic than your average devil behind that too.
My religion is 14, and I'll go after, was it Rinsath, the commander?
Natural 20 for you. So Rinsath is a Monogala devil. I'm not sure if you got that before. I think we did, because I remember this exact bit happening. So I feel like this already happened.
Deja vu.
She is basically a soldier, and she's like a higher tier devil soldier. She is like, as you were told downstairs, quite literally a commander in whatever realm of hell she is from. She is an incredibly powerful warrior. Her skin is incredibly resilient, not easy to cut or bash through, very, very resistant to traditional physical damage, but like most devils, if only you had something silver with you, it would overcome it. But she's not even particularly weak to it.
Yeah.
It would just cut through her skin easier. Like a devil, got some magic, but she's kind of, you get what you see on the tin there. But don't forget that she do have some big wings and is way faster than she looks like she is.
Okay. All right, so I will do my devices as MD and her were talking, trying to find a weak point, looking past the armor and seeing if I could find this. Maybe let's see if that would have hit. That, if I use this, it would be a 32 to hit.
DOS to use it?
Shoot, that's like.
Who is this on? It's on
The commander.
Rinsath?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do we use the 32?
Yeah. So I
It's a high
will.
roll.
It is a real high roll.
I will use that.
Is it crossbow?
No, I'm
Or-
going to.
Coming in.
I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot, knowing that MD's gonna
He's
then
right
come in.
outside of
Yeah.
this blast of entropy here.
So, with my crossbow I guess I'd have to use an action to put my crossbow away because I don't want to drop it. I don't
You
wanna-
would need to use an action to put it away, yes.
And then I will then come in with my devise a stratagem roll, and I will basically, completely invisible. So basically, I just go in just like I don't need to worry about being finessed with this in any kind of way, and I'm just double 360, just wham, just gonna come across.
This big stab, you come up out of invisibility, she's flat-footed to you, and you just crack this across her back, and she staggers forward. 32 will hit her flat-footed.
Okay, all right, so that is
There are more of them.
yes, and so that is 2.
We love them being
2d8
flat-footed.
plus 4. So that's 5 plus 4, that's 9. And then 1d6 force damage. So that is this 10. Is that right? Yeah. 2d8 plus 4, and I rolled bad. So, and then that's how that works. So that is a total of 10 damage with that stat.
There's no conceivable way it's only 10. That's like,
And you
that's
have
like
3
physically
more-
impossible
you
to
have
thought
3
about
more
10.
precision.
Yeah, you did your devise a stratagem.
Right.
So.
Oh, then
you
that.
did all
Then
your-
no,
yeah,
devise
it's just
stratagem.
like it's not possible.
I'm like, no,
to
then
be
you're
that
right.
well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's you roll more
It's been
dice
2
than
weeks.
that.
It's been 2
Like,
weeks.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So 10 is where I'm
Unless
at.
you rolled ones on everything.
That's true. You
I
could-
did
you
roll
could
pretty
literally
bad.
roll ones on everything. But it'd still be
3
10
threes.
even, I guess.
3 3s, so that is 19 total damage.
Okay.
Smack.
So this will hit
Bomb.
Cracker, just like kind of lurch forward a little bit from that hit and turn towards you. Axe still in her hand, and then the attention just turns right back to MD.
I
Moved
have,
up, drew out your sword. Do you have quick draw?
no, I believe I used an action to put that away.
Right, and
moved,
moving up
then
and
I hit.
smacking.
Yep.
So we will come now
Okay.
to Malzus, who is in the circle.
Yeah. Did Malsus crit, or was she the success or the fail?
She was the regular success.
Regular success. So half damage of 8d6. Negative. If they can't take negative, that'll be force.
You can just roll 4 if it's easier.
No.
Okay.
I like to roll them all.
That's why we play Pathfinder.
That's why
If
we
you don't
play
want to roll a
140K.
bajillion dice, you're in the wrong game.
7,
Take Warhammer.
8.
Fair.
No, I want to make the fun jingle.
And now have it.
That's 10. That's 10. That's 20. That's another. That's 30. 34.
34,
17.
have it. 17, have it. 8.
That is so rude.
Have it.
They have it.
I'm gonna
As
kill
it
her.
Double it and give it the next.
dissipating out into shadows.
Come on.
This spell is a lot less potent than you had hoped, as Iza's magic pulls away a lot of its energy. Malzus still doesn't want to, stand in it, and is going to hop back towards the back of the room, and then quickly pulling out a pair of arrows, the tips alighting as they touch her hands, loose 2 shots towards Cammy.
Oh.
These will hurt you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me
Yeah.
know.
All right, shot the first.
I'm
This
like
will
sort
hurt
of
you.
behind
This
the
will hurt
wall,
you.
though. So
Didn't affect you. Isn't affecting her.
I'm not gonna look. That I was looking.
Take number 3.
40.
I think that hits.
Hold on. I have my reaction. So let's not get too crazy yet. We should. Let's go. Let's leave.
You got places to be,
Okay,
and they're right here.
I don't have any other. Okay, so it's 40. You said 40?
40 to hit.
40. Yeah, good. Okay. One of these items makes my AC a little higher. So let's see if you didn't crit me. Well, no. Actually, you don't.
You 31 right now?
I'm at 31 right now.
Regular hit. That's what we're looking
Our
for.
AC is higher than mine.
40
Look at these muscles, dude.
First arrow is going to strike you for 19 piercing fire and spirit damage. It's
What a combo.
a variety of things that are coming out here.
The
I'm not
vortex arrows.
surprised.
Are you taking any of that?
I have to take 5 for each. I take 5. I reduced it by 5.
So 14. You get 5 of a smorgasbord of random damages.
How that works, because
Charcuterie board.
It really is. It's just a
three
selection.
different-
the damage sample.
Yeah.
it's 3 different types of damage.
That didn't even hurt.
Second one's a nat 20. The pipeline continues.
Whoa.
The good news,
Did he gonna
longbow,
say something?
longbow is not agile, so it's.
Is this a strike?
Yes, it's a range strike. Yeah. Do it.
I would like to. Oh my gosh. Oh, you idiot! You tried to hit me. This is from Nebula. Tuck and roll. Play after a creature or hazard hits you with a strike. You take the minimum amount of damage and fall prone.
Okay, you're gonna get knocked over by an arrow.
I don't want the nat 20.
That's fair. All right.
Right?
No.
That's not. Yeah, thank you.
So then that's gonna be 16. 16 is the minimum.
11.
Points,
11.
11 points of piercing, fire,
This is
and
baby
spirit
damage.
and just knocks Kimmy over. The 2 arrows hitting her, and she just falls over. It falls down the stairs.
I like the idea of her just staring at each other. Me and this demon lady are staring each other down. Cammy gets hit by arrows, and I just start bleeding.
Right.
From a
I'm over
Rogusan.
behind the wall. I'm like, I'm like falling over, and I'm hardly getting hit.
From a Rogusan. The great mother giggles with glee. My chaos was sated and thoroughly within thee. A wheel for this day from the court of silks. For the heroes, I would like to succeed. As Malzus jumps back and takes this pair of shots from her bow, reaching for the 3rd arrow, she calls out, Rinsath, what are we doing? This is pointless. Marius.
Okay.
Idiots right now.
This is not ideal, but Marius is going to pull back his bow, and in this room full of wails and screams, you can't really hear anything different, but you can tell that he's pulling it a little bit harder, and see the little bit of vibration, and I'm going to try to use my Song of the Bow.
More screams. More
for
screams.
A bigger boom again. I don't like their spread out position, but I think with a 20-foot burst, if I shoot the back wall, I think I can get all 4 of them. Or all 3 of them.
Oh, come on.
You can. Also Reginald, but you can get...
I think like between them, I feel like I might be able to exclude Reginald.
40 is like the stairs to the north wall. It like barely doesn't
It's a
count.
20-foot burst. So
Okay.
if I hit the back wall, then I think.
Yeah, that's 20 so then 5, 10. Oh, 20-foot burst. Right, you're right.
So like the wall on the left, I think if I kind of hit in the middle, I might.
You can... I'll give it to you. Sure, you can get all of them. I'll give it to you.
Things are close.
It's real close, but yeah. I was 20, not 40. 20's
Okay.
half of 40.
And also maybe hit the horns if they are somehow affected by sonic damage. I don't know.
They already
Everything's
Um,
affected by sonic damage.
All right, do I have to roll for hitting a wall?
You can hit the wall.
Okay.
The wall. You can hit the wall. You shoot. The arrow sails past them as Rinsath just kind of bows her head to the ducks aside from the arrow that wasn't even aimed at her and looks and sees it just burst on the wall behind her. What's happening?
Okay, it's a 20-foot burst of sonic damage, and I guess it's a DC 28 Fortitude save.
They got this.
It's probably pretty easy unless they all fail.
Really bad.
Second time
Or that
Batman
happens.
Returns is being referenced. That was a scene in Batman Returns.
Regular failure on Malzus. Regular success on Rinsath. Regular failure on Iza.
Wow.
Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, okay.
Marcus's dice are so pretty.
They are very
These guys are good dice.
Guys,
20,
they're really,
24.
really pretty.
24?
Yeah.
The total, so 24 to Malzus. 24 to Iza. And 12 to Rinsath.
And if there's anything hidden in the area, it's revealed to me.
There isn't.
That's probably a good thing.
Okay.
More
Uh,
devils.
All right.
No.
And
Oh my gosh.
so I've got one more, so I'll just hunt prey on the archer in the back.
Fair enough. MD, it's your time.
As I am slowed, I have 2 actions. One of those actions is to move up. It's very easy. And as I'm trying to, I'm staggered a little bit from this spell, trying to shake it off. As I'm charging forward, I just put all my effort into one big thrust right in the midsection. So Art, that's not armored.
Nope.
Easy. That's
It's pretty
easy.
open.
Sneak attack. 15 on the die for a total
I was
of.
thinking that because you beat her in initiative. That's right. You're a rogue.
And he's next to her.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Super flat-footed.
That's a total of a 36, because I'm frightened one.
36,
Gets her flat.
regular hit. If it makes you feel better, 37 would also be a regular hit.
I assumed as much. But she's flat-footed. She's
She's
not immune.
flat-footed. She getting the sneak attack.
And she's not immune to precision damage.
No, she is a lady.
Gonna ask
She
you
is-
every single
She's
time.
a lady. She's just gray and large and has horns.
Ladies can be immune to sneak attack.
6.
We've met several, till Satari.
10, 14, 17, 19 plus 7, 30, 26. 26 plus another 3 evil or unholy.
Evil.
Which is just spirit now, right?
I
Okay, I was
yeah.
like, because she's sharing taking evil damage, but like it's
don't-
it's just spirit now. So, funnily enough, now your unholy room can actually just kill devils
Stab.
because it's just spirit. It doesn't get the bonus. So, so 29 is your total.
Yes. And as I stab that in her, I'm going to just twist the blade a little bit to kind of try to sap her strength. I'm going to enfeeble one her with my debilitation.
Okay. You step up and you stick this, and she takes it and just kind of staggers a little bit. She's still just saying they're holding her axe. And she reaches out with her free hand and just puts it on the blade that's in her and grips it and just shoves it out to the side and rips across her abdomen, skidding across her skin with a shower of dark blood. That's not bad, honestly. But she's right. We've better things to do. Retchio Yanwam. And clenches her hand and disappears.
Was she the one that critically succeeded?
She was, yeah.
Yeah.
Iza doesn't, though, so Iza's taken some.
Yeah, I hate her.
Regular success.
No, she failed, right?
Oh, she failed. You're right.
Yeah,
she failed.
she did. So, yeah, she did. And I hate her. I hate her. Okay, let's see. Woo! That's 10. That's 10. That's 10. 30.
30? Have it. 15.
Whatever, because you know what? One of your little stupid arrows also hit me for less than 15. And I'm the caster.
It comes out, and Iza kind of puts 3 of her hands up as she skitters away, just shirking back from this with 2 legs and the 3rd hand. Oh, no, that's fair. No time for this. Things to do. Ratio on one. And clenches 2 fists and disappears. Damn.
I'm just changing what I was gonna do. They're nowhere.
You don't see them.
They can't have gotten far.
So that they could be invisible. They could have done a huge variety of
To
things.
be literally in hell now.
They could be back in hell.
They went home.
You can try to recon all of
Guys,
them
they
spell
retreated.
cast.
Recognized spell, by the way. I'm going to continue to show defeat that nobody takes. The reaction lets you attempt to identify a spell that an enemy is casting is pretty good. But 2 of you, I believe, are currently devoid of reactions.
Yes.
I need you 2 to make me another will save.
Yay!
3 of us.
You don't matter. You're already slow one.
Pretty hot.
32.
Okay. Then you kind of shake it
No,
off.
sorry,
You're back.
34.
Yeah, you're normal. You push through it. This effect ends on you.
You know what? Screw it. I can still see 1.
Yeah, let her talk while I remember who did this.
Oh, you got a hero point it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I don't have to remember because this one is from the hype train. So thank you to everybody.
Oh, it's right.
Everybody.
So I'm
It's so hype.
I'll really like concentrate and try to push through those feelings of everything being
Inadequacy.
that slightly better, but still pretty bad. The 26.
26 will fail. You are now also slowed 1. As the feeling really just sets in and festers and gets worse.
Welcome to my world.
The
All right.
melancholy.
He's really blue.
Cammy is going to come cackling forward as she whips her staff out. Just as far I don't want to walk into my own awaken entropy.
So-
In fact, I'd like to stay even a good extra couple feet from it. But
You're on the ground right now. Standing up is an action.
ow! I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did that to yourself. You chose this.
Crawls out.
Well, I'm debating if I think that whatever the staff does is gonna hit you
Cast a
guys.
spell from the ground.
Yeah, you sure can.
Do you think Cammy's like focused enough to even think about hitting friends right now?
Reginald's still invisible. Do I
No,
even
no,
know where
I'm
he
not.
is?
I'm not invisible.
Oh, okay. On
He
the
swung.
map.
He swung. He showed up.
Because I swung.
No, it's fine. I will get up, and then I won't cackle because I'm not gonna do what I was gonna do anyway. And I am going to come out from behind my wall, kind of over to the corner.
Okay.
Get up, walk. No, I am gonna cackle because I'm gonna stoke Marius.
Yay!
As I kind of, just sort of maniacally, like when you're like hugging the wall in a video game kind of thing, I'm gonna kind of sneak in as I'm plotting my next move. But Awaken Entropy will sustain, and as I sustain it, the radius will increase by 10 feet and the damage die by 1 degree.
Okay, it just kind of swallows up MD and Reginald.
As Cammy is shaking with fury that somebody dared to counter her, it continues to fester and grow.
Standy, movie, Stokey, sustain.
I cackled.
Free action.
Can you cackle? Oh, you can cackle spells? I thought you could like
Yeah,
cackle hexes.
sustain
Okay, it's just
spell.
sustain a thing.
It's a
Oh, okay, yeah,
sustain,
fair
yeah.
enough. All right. Then, Reginald, you are now in the sphere of doom. So,
can you make a basic fortitude save?
Yeah, thanks.
It's gonna get over there. They might be in it. They might be in it right now.
they might be getting slapped by shadowy
Yeah.
tendrils.
If they're anywhere in this room, soon we're gonna find them.
And a hero point from Asane 221 for the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger that always remembers the objective.
Thank you, Asane. I appreciate it.
Um,
this.
What do I need to pass?
30.
That's not gonna do it. All right.
Well, they did weaken the spell for us.
That's true. It's a weakened spell. It's still
And
shadowy.
I'm still mad about that.
I could
Cammy's hulking out.
I could take reactions now.
Yes.
Okay, so then I will turn back the clock. As I see that thing growing, and then all of a sudden everything goes monochrome, and I see myself getting hurt from it. Was it hurt? Does it hurt me?
A lot.
I see myself getting hurt a lot. I'm like,
It hurts.
how do I fix this? And then I turn back the clock and actually get a. What do you say, fortitude?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a 35.
Regular success. So you
Uh,
said the die goes up by 1
32.
step?
It's D8s now.
I thought, it was D6s before.
It was D6s
oh, there's
before.
D8s now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's 32.
32?
Yeah.
You'll succeed.
Right,
You'll
you
just take
taking-
half damage.
Ow!
You're fine.
Sorry about
And you
that.
take half
Actually,
of
and I'm
that,
gonna take your
probably.
D8s. I'm sorry.
There's a lot
It's
of
not meant for
spiteful
you. It's
things
not really.
happening.
It's not meant for you. It's just yeah. We're gonna clear out the room.
It's a lot of 8s. And 7s.
Cammy is mad.
More ways than one.
Rampage.
Rampage!
Oh my gosh! I haven't gonna cast this spell yet, guys, and this is really fun.
It's hitting the wrong people.
Ah, you know.
It also
happens.
hit the right people.
It does. Yeah, it evens out. Okay, so that's 10. That's 10. That's 20. That's 31, and then that's plus the. Oh, okay, so 40.
40.
I just took 20 damage?
No,
have it.
half?
20. Have it. 10.
To me?
Yes.
That's amazing.
You're fine.
75% damage reduction is a large number, it turns out.
Yeah.
But now it is your turn, good sir, and you can see this field of shadowy just energy effervescing out front of you, growing outward, encompassing you. You can feel
You see?
the blast of force as this is raw chaos rips away at you.
Yes, so what I will do is, as a good measure and friend, where do I run to? Gosh, I was this kind of ruined things for me. Why would you do such a thing?
There
Shit,
you go.
Cammy's cackling in the corner.
I don't know what's worse.
Magic high.
Okay.
I'd like to come a little bit past me.
Every time you look at Cammy, the Dutch angle becomes a little bit more tilted.
they went that way. MD's gonna go in. I'm trying to strategize. Shoot, do I want to do this? Okay, this is what I'll do.
Strategy.
He's thinking. Down to 6 seconds. What do you
It
do?
hurts. Yes, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to push MD and cast haste on him. Yes, yeah, well, basically, and then, but as I am shooting backwards, and in that little corner, is that getting hit?
The little corner down to the left, yes. Up ahead where
That little L
Malzus
corner?
is, she's currently free of it.
I was thinking the opposite corner, but I guess that's getting hit right there.
Yeah, that one's in it. For
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, it's
I
pretty
wanted to
well.
be hidden.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
it's 20 feet across now. It's definitely
Yeah.
in that corner. It's big.
There's nowhere to hide.
It's big.
I think I'm gonna find out where they are.
I'm gonna
You try to hide from me?
I'm gonna cast. I cast haste on him, and then I'm going to tumble backwards and throw and protect Cammy.
You don't have table cam, but I
I'll
just
be
made
up
your
next
mini
to
do a
Cammy.
6 somersault. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to see invisibility if I cover the whole room.
That's a valid strat.
Yeah. And as this is expanding, Malzus takes a look across, knocks an arrow, still aimed at Cammy, and then just looses it down. Finally. Breaks the only on one. And also disappears.
No.
Marius.
Cowards.
We're
Can
still
I-
in the
I still have hunt prey. Can I sense anything about if she's still present?
Hunt prey would give you a bonus to seek or to track her, so if you want to take an action to attempt to use a perception check, you certainly could.
I'll attempt to perceive.
And he sees everything.
That's a 19 for 40.
Come on!
MD has one, but in this situation, I think he might need another. A hero point from Scott! Scott!
Also, that reminds me of
You also
saying
have- you also have
maybe
haste on
endure the onslaught,
it.
which sounds very nice.
With a 40, you're pretty good at tracking your prey. You're pretty confident she is either this is incredible magic and she's very stealthy, which is possible, or she is not there.
What?
That spell, you're with a 40. You're getting a 40 degrees of confidence has taken her away. She's not here anymore.
in love, and just like a
Found the
sense
wheel.
of kind of like disappointment
Found the
and
wheel.
like a little bit of like disappointment. I'm still just gonna shoot an arrow, but it's kind of just gonna be like maybe she's still there.
You can hold an action, can't you? Can you hold?
I'm just gonna shoot an arrow.
She sees shoots an arrow and it
and I
glances.
definitely miss anyway.
Glances off of the wall. MD, make a fortitude save. She's still cackling maniacally.
Gammy's still in the corner, just like, I know they're in here.
I failed. I got,
Oh, you failed?
I got 28.
Rip.
Get them dice. Get them dice.
Whee! Oh man, you guys are easier to hit.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
That's funny.
You're just being mean.
It's an accident.
It's bullying.
35,
It's an
40
accident.
again.
She decided-
40.
40.
40,
20.
it's halved. It's
And I had
halved.
the cloak. Resistance.
That's true. Resist 10 friendly fire damage. Have it. 10.
You're fine.
If it's friendly fire, do you send that damage back to Cammy?
Is it my turn again?
Well, MD still has a turn. He
Oh.
just take damage in his turn then.
Where are they?
Let me at him.
I like looking around. Where are they?
I think they're gone.
I kick the pipes next to me.
They left?
Just kick them.
Cammy?
They really left? That's so lame.
They better come back.
Oh, I don't have any special way of trying to track them.
Are you sustaining the room encompasser 10,000 Tron?
Come on, if they come back, let's go.
If you sustain it one more time, it's gonna hit the entire room, up to like the squares with the stairs, so including you and Reginald. But I mean, you could of
Well,
course
then we
move.
could be sure, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do?
Meet them in hell.
Could I
I'm gonna hold my turn and say, everybody step back.
could I have attempted to recall knowledge on the spell that they used? I'm a master in religion.
Then yeah, I'll give it to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because of the spell, specifically what the spell is, I will absolutely let you do it with just like a devil knowledge.
Yeah.
What's your modifier? Well, this is what's your modifier?
19.
MD is devil knowledge.
I've got a lot of religion in me.
Yeah, about there is all devils have a degree of magic. There are no devils incapable of casting spells. Not even within hell itself. But even those with the least acumen to conjure any kinds of spellcraft can do the simple act of teleportation. That's Dimension Door.
Ah.
It's relatively short range, but relatively is measured in miles here.
They're gone. I mean,
Seriously?
They could still be in the prison, but
This is stupid. I'm gonna recall the. I guess actually no. Actually, I don't know if I'll just stop. I'll stop sustaining it. I can sustain it up to 1 minute. I'll just
It just whisks away into shadowy wisps in the room.
Well, you have
So much
haste.
talk.
You're fast.
and I'm
He's
slow.
He's mad faster. You're even. That's true. Haste counteracted the slow.
kinda
So
why I
you're
did it.
regular speed right now.
Yeah. I'm slow faster.
Cammy's just gonna kind of
Maybe
go into the
uppers
wall
and
and
a
just
downer or
start like kicking and punching.
Yeah.
Just ugh!
MD's breaking pipes. A lot of rage here. You know, like the rage rooms where you just go in and break cars and TVs? That's what this room is right now.
You, robbed of your satisfaction, batter your way through this room, kicking some of these pipes over. That'd be certainly strong enough to break a few if you so chose. Some are surprisingly fragile. Some are very thin, very fine, truly like mouths of orchestral horns. You can crumple them with boot or fist. And Cammy can also try. And
Can also try.
Do I get an anger modifier?
But they are
bonus?
gone. With that, you're not unfamiliar with devils entirely. That is kind of a very primary thing they can do. It's part of what makes them, all of them, such a large threat, is they can really just appear anywhere. They don't have to travel somewhere. They can just be there. Most devils have mastery of space. And sometimes even the space between dimensions. And with your, whichever one of you did you had the nat 20 on the commander. That goes even further with Monogala, who are strong enough to reach back into hell itself for reinforcements if they so needed.
Well, we're robbed of that one, but I guess we can get the person pulling the strings.
Now that they've disappeared, can Marius like go and look where the kind of like goblin-y one was to see if he can like see a way to turn down the screams? Is there a volume knob?
Going over down there to what they were all looking at, there's a small bit of a seam in the hole in the floor between a very thick, stout pipe sticking up from below and the stone around it. You can hear almost a whistling, screaming sound coming from that little gap they were pondering. But there's no mechanism, there's no control.
But like when the other one like turned things to give us the fear effect.
Oh, she just cast that.
Oh, she
did a spell.
She got me with magic.
She a
My
wizard.
one weakness.
One weakness in Galarian wizards.
Superman wouldn't stand a chance.
So, based off of what you said, they're either here and they just escaped, or possibly based off of our main was Rinsath, whatever. She could have even gone back to hell.
Yeah,
and even got reinforcements.
I mean, they're gone. They're contracted to the second warden of this place, from what I understand from Orsothelius. I think that's her name, right? I got it. I've been trying to remember that name all
You're
day.
on there. You're in there. You did it.
Orsothelius, they're contracted. Devils, from what I know, contracts up. They don't have to stick around.
Right.
They got scared.
They did get scared. They're cowards.
That's exactly what happened.
They're
Yes.
10, 6, 6, 6, 6.
But also the person that was pulling their strings is the one that had us tortured. So if we're still angry.
Okay, so where's he?
Only one door left.
I'm gonna pull out a health potion. A dream health potion.
Dream potion.
Dream potion.
Guys, all my best spells have
behind
gotten
door,
countered
the
this
only
whole
door?
prison.
Is there a way, even though I know they're beating up,
Sleep,
with the way they're beating up all the pipes and all these things like that, but now that we're up here, can I maybe like investigate to see the purpose? Like, is it literally just to play music, or does it feed hell itself?
This seems to be the output of the machine down below. There's no further mechanism here. There's no controls at this point. It doesn't seem to be hooked up to anything. Whether it's supposed to be, that'd be difficult given the shapes of the horns and the pipes here.
Right.
It seems like this is the purpose.
It's just a
It makes
somebody
this
likes
sound.
to hear the sound of the screams.
Well, you were told that Arknar thinks there's some power in it, but this is the terminus. This is the end. This is what the machine does. It makes this noise.
Can I?
Okay.
Can I see if the pipes, like the horns, appear to be like aimed at the fresco?
It's, as far as you can tell, not just as their directions, but their placement is random. If there's logic to it, it's unknowable.
I want to try to wait for the magic effect on me to wear off. Those aren't permanent.
It only takes a minute. By the time we've gotten to this point, you have already kind of steadied and recovered yourself, and the unsettling sound of the chorus of screams is unpleasant, but you literally all resisted. So,
We're best.
one dream potion later.
Dream potion?
I'm mostly okay. They actually did not hit me that
They
much.
hit you for 16.
I did more than that.
Which is like half your
You
health.
hit me.
I did
Half your
more
health.
than that.
You want a dream potion?
No, I only take 10 damage. I don't want to.
You head to this door.
You got dream potions.
Potions.
This last door at the northern end of the third floor here opens into a final chamber. Where sat on the floor, legs not so much crossed, but blabby feet, soles together, folded in front of him, is another one of these creatures. Another amorphous, bulbous being just like Yathkef. But he's holding something. What looks like a combination somehow between a French horn, a saxophone, and a train whistle. An enormous brass instrument is sat in front of him, his grubby hands wrapped around it, most of the tentacles of his face just sort of oozing around an angle near the top. There's a just whistle output on one end that's making strange, eerie, high-pitched sounds while just rumbling noises bellow out from the horn at the bottom. There's no melody or tune to this that you can tell, but the thing is clearly an instrument. And so too are the walls in this room, sporting several more odd instruments hanging on hooks all throughout the chamber. Weirdly shaped, rounded harps, strangely angled woodwinds with almost triangular bodies, stringed boards. Sat in the middle of this, just tootin', is Arknar. He sees the group of you enter, just kind of cocks his head. And with this slurping and sucking noise, pulls his head up off of the thing that his body is wrapped around.
Who are you? Why do you interrupt me?
Andre.
Really, I think just to kill you. It'd be blunt.
The Yathkef sent you?
No, I came here of my own volition.
It's your fault.
I don't even know you.
Oh, we were prisoners here that got tortured for what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks. At your command. Your devil guards ran away like cowards.
He kind of lifts this big object up out from between his legs and just places it down on its side on the floor next to him. He kind of rotates back around, these massive folds just sliding and rolling across each other as he moves.
So it's simply vengeance then, that's all you're after. Such simple-minded creatures.
Yeah, vindication's great, isn't it?
I'm sure your screams were a good part of the song. You see no value in that.
Song?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
No.
What song?
I mean, it's about as beautiful as you are.
You could not stand there and not hear it unless you didn't possess ears. A machine.
The screams.
I didn't hear a song.
It's a chorus. One I have been harmonizing with. It's lovely.
Which skill goes into music appreciation?
Performance.
I go. Performance is a solid one.
I have a -1. So it's-
I don't think that's music.
Your lack of understanding is fair. No reason for violence.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons for violence. I mean, we're also getting something out of this too.
It's instruments.
It's music.
Is that what all this is?
Well, that's what it'd be for.
That's it. Thousands of people dying and
Prisoners.
suffering
Convicts.
for one cruddy song.
Captives with lives of no value.
I mean, we did nothing wrong. We had a bounty put on us for no reason.
Not for me to decide.
Alright then.
But fine. If you wish to die, I only wished we could have duets where your voices could join the chorus.
But he stands up, a hulking, towering, elephant humanoid being with his tentacled head.
Fumbling. I will at least hear them for myself.
Roll some initiative.
What do you mean, are you? Ask the real question here.
Ooh,
Yeah,
He just likes the sound.
nice.
That's all it is.
You know what? I'm upsetty. And Scott from South Dakota, or sorry, Scott in South Dakota, sent me this beautiful little hero point. I'm gonna use right now to reroll a 1.
yeah.
I don't want to go dead last.
Oh, backwards style. I'll do mine first. 32.
So low.
34.
34.
35.
35.
36.
36.
Good.
Good.
Cammy,
Oh, man.
all of your pain, all of your suffering
Exactly.
was quite literally music to this thing's ears. And that's seems like all that it was. You are the first to react. What do you do? This thing fills much of the space of this music room it's in. There isn't much around it. It's a large, bulbous, flabby thing. Even standing up ready to fight it doesn't look particularly intimidating, just soft and fleshy.
Cammy's gonna kind of sort of like taking a step back for a second as the realization just hits her. That it was all literally for nothing. It's not powering some weapon, it's not floating a city, it's for nothing. And then gathering herself, she's going to turn back in his direction. And she's going to say, I'm going to introduce you to the power of anguish firsthand. I would like for you to make me a will save.
Okay. What are you casting here?
His mind is suddenly flooded with a flurry of images and dioramas of different moments in potential futures. All of them gruesome and all of them fatal.
He feels all this. He gets a 37.
Okay,
So,
just a
regular
success.
success as he feels this all.
Okay. Nothing happens for this round.
Is that
And then I will, just maintaining my gaze at him, I'm going to Stokemore.
And he puts his stubby hands up, and all of his tentacles glow for a brief moment. And you feel the energy of this hex kind of redirect. The magic stutter a bit rather than landing on Marius directly. And Marius, as it hits you, what would usually be an invigorating boost is a confusing and jarring jab of pain. Make me a will save.
My hex.
So much will.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Continue. 36 again.
36. So you will be taking half, but you are now taking persistent force damage from this hex. You are still getting the benefits of it.
Stop messing with my spells!
This is very personal.
Reginald.
I'm
It still worked.
You're out of walk.
Still stoked.
I'm so mad.
As he was speaking and taking off the instrument and stopped playing it, and as he got up, I, again, constantly studying what kind of weak point I could find, and I will devise a stratagem. I'm probably going to hit with that one. That would be a 37. Probably hits. I will use that. So as that happens again with my staff coming in, I will come in and like push up like a piece of flab and then kind of get in and like jam in there.
With the stick inside.
Yeah, I kind of counter and then, you know.
All right.
As I move up to him. So does 36 hit?
Is he flat footed to Reginald?
Yeah. Gang up.
Oh, gang up works both ways. That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely gonna hit. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Not a crit.
So,
Daddy.
sweet, finally rolled decent. That's 11 there. And then
Gang up, gang.
11.
This is not a room for Marius.
11. That's 20. 29, 33 damage.
Woo!
Big boy.
6 of it is force damage.
He's getting the bonks going on here. Okay.
That is
Hasn't gone yet.
1, 2, and then
As you connect, you really bring the staff up, and they're like enhanced by the runes in this hits and ripples across his body. His flab absorbing a lot of the impact. He is going to resist a chunk of that damage.
nuh-uh. I cast no.
These guys suck.
With my last action, I will cast, as I do that comeback, and then I'll cast shield on me.
Okay. Marius.
Okay. Marius is gonna kind of shove his way in a little bit and make a real like ghoulish jump, trying to get around to the back side-ish, kind of along the back wall.
You can just kind of jump down the side to this like inner corner,
Yeah.
and get sort of behind him over there.
Just to kind of get another angle and a little bit more physical room.
just shoving ourselves. It's not a big room. He
Yeah.
fills up most of it.
And then he's gonna take out the little old scimitar that MD has given him, and looking around for inspiration, he's gonna look at Reginald, and it's gonna transform into an exquisite cane sword.
Ooh.
And I'm
nice.
gonna
Indubitably.
give some jabs. I think I've got 2 actions, as long as it's just one for move.
I don't remember if it takes an action to transform the weapon.
It does.
It does. So you have 1 left.
Yeah.
So that is 39.
39 is absolutely going to hit.
Okay.
His flat foot.
Flat-footed.
So that's
What
a
that?
D6. So 5.
Inspired by the cane sword he's not wielding, but does have.
15.
15, alright.
And
What's
one more.
your stoke damage?
It takes
Oh,
1
so-
action to
yeah.
transform your weapon.
Oh, okay.
So,
So then just the 1. But and then would be what?
and it's stoked as well?
Yeah, so 17. Or wait.
I think it's +6.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
6
so-
now.
I think
This
so.
the
I don't
cane
know.
sword slices through this thing's rolling
So then
flesh
19.
with ease, cutting through him like butter. Definitely not going to resist the slashing damage at all. But at the end of that, you feel this enhanced strength. You feel this power from Cammy's hex. But you also feel this jabbing pain. You're going to take 7 force damage.
Okay.
No.
Be gone from this place. I'm busy. And he swings his head around, swinging his own face like it's a big flail with these massive suckered tentacles. They're not traditional suckers, not like an octopus. They're more just ringed holes, almost like craters of the moon across his own tendrils, and just swipe it across the whole of the room. He almost fills this space, so it's absolutely going to reach everybody as he just flips wildly. Reginald, a 29 to hit.
That misses.
Cammy,
That's because of shield.
a 35 to hit.
That will hit. Oh wait, am I taking damage?
Yes.
Okay, well, hold on then.
MD a 38 to hit.
Yeah.
Marius, natural 1.
Yeah.
He's looking at all of the other side.
Yep, 2 hits in the middle.
I succeeded my fortuitous shift.
Okay, taking less damage. Less damage, good. We like smaller number. Damage total is going to be for you two 34 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need each of you to make me a will save. As these tentacles slam into the two of you in the doorway here, you feel a strange confusion come over you, like brain fog.
36.
You're all right.
And I'll get a little bonus because of my fortuitous shift.
Natural 19.
Gosh, what did you say it was?
Will save.
Will save, so that would have been... What is it? 40.
Nice.
40?
Yeah!
Well, you know, you're fine. Weirdly enough, 40's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
And then he is going to swing back around and just try again, just bringing his whole head down, smashing with all these tentacles towards Marius. The world's biggest multiple attack penalty. That's definitely not going to hit.
He did it.
Yay.
Yeah, it's like a 28. That's
No, he has the highest AC out of all of us.
Marius.
Yeah.
Marius the Untouchable.
Yeah.
MD.
I'm not slowed.
You're not slowed.
I'm going to use this
You're just
really
a guy.
cool little hero point card I have called Ancestral Might from Handsome Gengar. As MD really taps into his inner rage. I get a +2 status bonus to checks based on the ability scores that are boosted by my ancestry, ignoring free bonuses. But since I think orcs are all free bonuses, I get to pick one. So strength.
Okay.
Strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
Bunga.
And
We
then
Unga, we also Bunga.
we stab. We stab a lot. So stabby the first. A 12 on the die is going to be a 36.
Hits his flat footed.
It's his flat footed. Is he immune to precision damage?
Sure isn't.
I stab for where I think his eyes should be.
That's where you feel like I should exist.
They should exist.
There aren't eye holes there.
And as he
There will be.
swings his head, as he swung it around the room, you see these tentacles flail wide. It's just tentacles. It's just tentacles all the way through. It doesn't look like there's even anything in there. No eyes, no mouth, no face at all. Just a wad.
10, 16. They're really low. 18, 25, 26.
26.
And I'm gonna make him weak 5 to piercing.
All right, fair enough.
And then stabby the second. As I just pull back and I just keep going for it. A 6 on the die is gonna be not great.
That was probably not going to hit him.
25. Stabby the third.
Stabby the third.
2 on the die
I
is
just
definitely
strike
not gonna
3
do it. It
times.
gets lower.
He's swinging. Cammy.
Alright. At the beginning of my turn, this isn't sustained, this is just over rounds. As I continue to trudge into this room, maintaining eye contact with him, loading up another spell, he is going to, the visions, as he tries to sort of cloud them out, they become stronger and more violent, demanding his attention as he feels like as if something was just coming up behind him. He is flat-footed. For what it's worth. He will be always flat-footed. That it.
He just is flat-footed. It's not a flank.
He is flat-footed. And I would like to come way farther in because I don't want to hit anybody.
It's an opposite corner, fair enough.
Yes, thank you. And I would like to. I'm not going to sustain the stoke because he doesn't seem to like it. But I am going to. As I sort of brace myself in this corner, launch another spell as a beam of negative energy lances toward him. That's a fortitude save.
As you cast this out,
Magic in my presence!
And I'd like to angle it so it's not hitting Marius.
Yeah, that's
like
understandable.
A slight diagonal.
Your arrogance knows no bounds! This Guterra magic
and he reaches up with a hand, literally like to slap this down.
He's gonna spike the magic.
A 38 says yes. He's gonna swat it and just into nothing.
It's not Jamie's moment.
Well then, I guess I just walk.
Okay.
Reginald.
With my staff, I don't want to get inappropriate. I say I hit up again. I like to show away another weak spot. I like basically nudge a flap out of the way and then come in again to devise a stratagem, hopefully to get in deep. Ooh, this will be close. That would be 34.
Roll hit.
Okay.
He's just flat-footed, thanks to the spell.
But so as I did that, as I'm coming in and swinging and MD is next to me, my tail is going to cast shield and shield MD. Basically do like this shield of MD for if anything's coming next to him or coming at him. So all right. So that was one thing. Then the next. All right. That out of the way. That is 12 plus 4. That's 16. And then these are all the rest of the damage. 16 plus 9, that's 25. 25 plus 6, that is 31. 31, 6 of it was force damage. I don't know if you need me to tell you.
All right, and
Reginald
again, the flab is just going to resist some of this, but it's not going to resist MD doing MD stuff.
As Reginald hits, MD is quick. We're right next to each other. The exact spot you hit, MD slides in and just hits. Roll 2.
He's swinging. He's trying.
got
You're hitting. He's not hard to hit. He's so large and bloated.
Yeah.
That a lot of what you're cutting away doesn't even seem to phase him, much less make a difference towards like actually killing the thing.
You do have a +1 to your AC.
Woo. And then, do you have an action up, or is that everything?
No, yeah, because I cast shield. So basically, it was just the attack and then shield.
Doing everything. All right, fair enough. Marius,
Yeah,
you
one
feel
cool movement.
the magic as Cammy stops this spell, the stoke leave you, but you still feel these errant jitters in your mind, this almost static jabbing at you. You are still taking persistent damage.
Okay. Ours is gonna continue with the sword and kind of try to hack at the arm that's holding the instrument closest to him. Another 17 for a that's gonna be 36.
That's gonna hit him.
Can you say piercing or slashing?
Cane sword is either.
38.
I believe. 38 will hit.
The finesse.
Piercing.
Piercing?
Piercing,
Okay, cool.
that's the thing we want to
That's
see.
what I wanted to
Alright,
make
he's
sure I
weak
got
to
the right
piercing.
debilitation
He's
on
weak
them.
to piercing.
Okay. Not much on this one. That's 4 plus 5 for a 9.
Plus 5 more for being weak to it, so 14.
Let's give him another stab.
Who likes calamari?
That's not gonna hit.
Wouldn't want to
I'll try
eat
for
anything that
it.
came off of this horrible creature.
That's even
The
worse.
2 squad.
All right, we got one.
Just doing your best.
2 of a feather.
Mortals think they understand how arcane energies flow through this world who know nothing of magic. Magic flows through us. We are beings of magic. Confundens colorum.
Slams his hands down, and waves of colored energy just fill the room. Shades of reds, blues, purples, greens, overlapping, flowing through each other. I need a will save from everybody.
I wish it would stop being will saves. Literally my worst save, my guy. Stop it.
Will save day.
Are we gonna take damage?
No,
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
I didn't take any damage.
Well,
I rolled 22. No, sorry, 23.
The difference between those two numbers is important. It's like
I forget I had the +1 resilience. So.
I would like to take a moment to give my appreciation to my dice for treating me well. That's a 19 for a 38.
you are totally fine.
Doing good today.
I'm struggling.
23. You fail.
Yeah.
25.
Fail. Yeah.
Mine's also a 25.
Fail. Wow! Woo!
I'm not-
Triple failure.
He
So-
continues to aim on that side of the room.
Marius, you look through this. You see the pupils on all three of your comrades just shoot wide as they kind of stop mid-swing, looking around like they don't even know where they are. It is kind of hard to look through the colors. You are dazzled, so you have everything around you has concealment, but that's the only effect that you feel. And then he's going to reach up, pull up his hands again, and kind of look across the group of you. And he's just going to smack... Well, yeah, I guess Stickman is the one that's really like hitting him. He's just going to slam down at Reginald.
Oh man, when I gave him shield this time. All right.
44 to hit.
That just misses. No, that hits.
Is that crit?
It's 10 plus, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's yes.
And this huge flabby hand is going to come down with a pretty impressive amount of force behind it. 50 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Just whap.
All you hear is.
Was I supposed to take a percentage?
Oh yes.
A little squeak
Does he roll?
noise.
Does he roll?
This man in his
dog
honesty.
noise?
Does he roll flat checking
He
instead?
sure doesn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I tried.
14 persistent force damage.
At least you have the most. You also have the most health out of all of us too. Like Marius is the
I
tankiest
am
one.
protected.
MD!
Hi, that's me.
Flip a coin.
I don't have a coin.
D4.
I have a Chuck E. Cheese coin in my pocket actually.
Flip a Chuck E. Cheese token. That's perfect.
If I can get it.
I don't know why you have that, but this is a great moment.
My
You said
manager
flip a
walked up to me
coin.
one day and said, "I have a present for you," and handed it to me.
You said you don't have a coin, but yet you have the most perfect coin for the scenario.
I can't. They're both the same. Heads I win, heads you lose.
You just
Okay.
shouldn't have told.
I mean, you could roll a D4.
No, I'm an
Or
honest. Heads.
You are spending all of your actions attacking Arknar.
Okay.
Now you do have concealment before each of these. It's regular concealment, so it's DC 5. But you are just
gonna roll.
swinging. No thoughts, head empty.
I'm gonna roll these two dice together. The plastic one's gonna be the concealment
Okay.
check.
That works.
Concealment goes through. I rolled a 17 on that. 16 plus 20.
17 and a 16 is a sick pair of rolls.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll hit.
28 or 38.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Yay. He's still weak 5 to piercing.
There is.
So this is a good old stabby stab. 4, 8, 10, 13, 19, 25, 28, 35.
Then 40 with the weakness? Or
Yes.
35 total?
No, 40 with the weakness.
He bloodied. That's a big hit. He's definitely bloodied after that one.
Good.
And then he's weak 5 to piercing.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna go
Keep
ahead and
it up.
reapply that.
Swing again.
It's just blind. He closes his eyes, starts stabbing ferociously. Concealment passes. I think a 2 on the die. 2 on the die does not do it.
Try it again.
Third attack.
What are you going to do anyway?
2
Spell's
5
doing
or
anything.
5 and a 6.
Yeah. Cammy, roll a d6.
My impending doom is still going.
It's still absolutely still happening, yes.
It's a fun thing to hear.
It's a good sentence.
My
to
impending
say.
doom is still going on. Yeah, it is.
Indubitably.
1.
Do you have damaging cantrips, right?
I have one damaging cantrip, but it doesn't really. It's daze.
You are going to cast Daze on MD.
Okay. Well.
MD, make a will save.
Yeah. You'll be okay.
Well, it's still concealment technically, but so you saw to target him, so you might miss concealment.
Oh, don't worry. I might suck. Hold on.
Are you blind?
What is it? It's 5 or higher?
5.
Never mind. No, you should roll. It was a 12.
29.
29.
Fails.
Oh. That's a fail.
Regular failure.
Well, I never cast this cantrip.
I think I'm.
Damage increased by 1, so that's 3, so then that's 2. 1d6 and then another, so it's 2d6 plus my spellcasting ability, so 2d6 plus 5 is what you'll be taking. And like the highest that I've
roll
rolled.
high.
Is
16.
yeah.
I think Cammy
16
beats MD,
points
actually.
of mental damage. And then you see Cammy eyes wide. Marius, you can see this. She's defensively doing this, like she's being pressed here. She throws a spell. You see it hit MD, and you see her reach and fumble around and pull out her gun.
No!
Cammy, snap out of it!
What happens with the impending doom, Cammy?
Cammy, snap out of it!
Well, he's frightened 1. And then at the end of my turn, or no, at the end of the 3rd round, it'll be on the start minute. No, he's frightened 1.
Frightened 1 and flat-footed. Frightened 1 and flat-footed. Brett,
And I have a gun out?
get a gun out.
Okay.
Call it, buddy.
darn it.
Heads.
You turn.
No,
You
my
see
gun.
MD recoil from this spell. Marius, you see him turn towards MD, and you see Reginald kind of look back and forth, eyes wide. His pupils are almost the whole of his eyeballs. You don't devise a stratagem, but you are just going to spend your turn swinging at MD.
Oh,
You are
come
just
on.
stick, go,
This is fine.
flailing around. Concealment first on each of these.
Okay, I rolled an 8.
That passes, so roll to hit him.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use a hero point to re-roll to hit him. I'm just joking. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna,
I don't
okay.
think that's gonna hit. I should,
No, so 8 plus.
Well, 8's concealment, so then roll to hit him. So you
Now
so
roll
you
again.
need to before every attack
26.
because you're dazzled.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
a good...
Before every attack, you have to roll a pre-die, and you have to get at least a 5, or you just miss. So that passes. Now you roll the
We're all
attack.
like dazzled.
Oh, got it.
It's hard to see into the
Oh,
colors.
cocked.
Super cocked.
That was cocked.
I can see the
Hit me.
cockiness
It
from
was
here.
really
Come on,
cocked.
cowards.
It was really
I
cocked.
didn't want to hit the guy.
I know!
I'm on
It was
his
almost
side.
on a 3.
Hit
20.
me.
I would have.
Natural 20.
Yeah! Let's go! Confusion wins again!
No!
Hit me.
Crit!
Okay, he has
Whap!
He has weak nerd arms. This is like no damage.
No!
What is it? It's just my normal 2d8 plus d6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's no device
No
strategy.
devise a stratagem.
Yeah.
You don't get the precision damage bonus.
All right, that's 8, 9 plus 4, so that's 13. Do I just double the dice damage?
26.
Yeah.
Double
Do
all
you
of
double,
it.
double dice or double
all of it.
Okay, so that's
26 points of damage, big whack, and on a crit, it's going to knock MD back, blasting him 10 feet out of this room as this reverberating crack from the magic in his staff shoots him through the doorway, and he stumbles backwards, confused.
Do I do one more attack?
You are now going to attack Arknar on account of he's there.
Oh, sweet!
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, we just need to clear the room.
can I devise a stratagem on him?
Nope.
No.
You just swing. You can roll 2 dice together and say one of them's concealment to save a little time. Like you can put a little die in there and say the little one needs to be at least a 5.
So I did a 4 and a 2.
Well, yeah, it doesn't hit him. You got one more.
One more.
Come on, man.
Confusion.
That's a 19, so that means I do it,
You
right?
do it,
and
and
then
then-
this is the roll to hit him.
16.
It's minus 10 on your third attack.
6.
6.
Oh.
Marius.
All right.
6 plus
There's a bunch of flashing lights and
there's
stuff,
no
but Mars is
way.
going to
And I'm not
continue
using
to try
device.
to
Yeah.
just stab forward. So I still have to do concealment first?
You are dazzled. That's the only effect you have is dazzled.
Okay.
Everybody else is confused.
Cammy's in the corner with her gun, just like, which one of you is him? You
Ah!
have to tell me! You have to tell me!
The
Well,
group of you,
That first check I wish was an attack roll.
other than Marius, are all like seeing just these waves of colors, shapes and energy just flowing and overlapping in front of you. You can't tell which way is up. You can't tell who is who. You can't even tell what's happening around you. strange shapes form out of this. Colors jump and shoot out at you. You're strangely calm. It's not panicking, but you can't help but strike out defensively against these. And to Marius, you just look high out of your mind, just swinging, just casting random spells, your gun out, literally just like,
It's a bad
they
trip.
are on a bad trip, Marius.
Yep. Not
this is
going
a
great over
comedy
here.
movie.
Alright, well, it was a 19 on a concealment check. A natural 20 on the attack roll.
Whoa!
Get
That's
him.
gonna crit him!
Okay.
Get him.
So,
He's flat-footed and frightened, so his AC is not great right now. Lil Dookie.
6, 8, and then 5, 13, 26, and I don't think there's any deadly effect.
26, or is that doubled?
No, it was just 13 for,
So 26 is the crit damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
and the sword, he's off balance.
One
He's so he's
weakness.
even more flat-footed.
It's flat-footed again.
Oh,
Super double flat-footed.
does the
He's not there. He got knocked out of the room.
right?
He
Okay.
got punched out of the room.
Sorry.
All right.
Who's
Another. Let's see if I can see. It's an 8. I pass. Okay. A
It would
9.
sick if you rolled another 20.
Imagine.
I
His
don't-
AC's not great.
I don't think
Probably
that's
not.
gonna be. Is a lead
Hey,
of a 9.
Flurry Ranger.
That's,
He's
that's what I'm saying.
With an agile
He's
weapon.
frightened and flat-footed flurry rangering.
That's gonna be what 25. 25.
25.
No, 25. Yeah. Is that low? Well, that's kind of surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Thought it'd be higher than that.
More, an 8 pass and 12.
It's
It's only going to be a little
no,
bit
it's
higher, yeah.
gonna be the same. Yeah.
So, now frightened and flat-footed, little scared and confused. What is happening? What is this vision? Get out of my mind! Nunca I CBS! And he claps his hands together. He's fat, just. And there is a visible, stoppage around Cammy. Everything freezes for a minute, and then comes in on her. Make me a will save.
You're good at these. Will you survive?
Will I?
Will not take damage.
Okay. I just want to know. Okay. It's a 29.
You are stupefied 4.
Oh, come on.
This is the anti-Cammy encounter.
He don't like other casters!
As if I've done any damage.
It's okay.
to it.
I've had plenty of anti-MD counters. So.
That's been a lot of anti-MD.
Well,
It's-
stupefied 4 isn't gonna stop what happens to him on,
So
on
now,
my turn.
you have a -4 to all of your mental stats. That includes your will save
Okay.
for all these fun things he's casting. And it's really hard for you to cast spells. Now, there's a lot of that going on right now.
Yeah, you know what?
And
It's
then
not
his
like I was
hands
doing that
together,
anyway.
he's gonna bring him up and just slam him
Oh,
down
goodness, okay.
towards Cammy. He is tired. He does not want this. He hates the magic. I rolled it for I said I was gonna use villain pointer or whatever, but I think it's okay. It worked out. Can I interest you in a 43?
No.
Wait. You're hitting me?
No, I'm hitting you.
You're gonna try and hurt me.
Yeah.
As her lawyer, I
This
say
is
no.
just a flat check. So you don't.
Is this a reaction?
Yeah.
You are in no space to
Sorry,
be aware
it's
enough
my
to
fault
use
for
that.
thinking I was gonna play Pathfinder. No, it's actually on me. Oh my god, I'm in jail.
This is a
Yeah,
personal
it's a
attack
crit.
against-
Yeah, okay.
60 points of bludgeoning damage. Wham!
55.
55 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'm-
MD.
I'm still standing.
Also, Marcus takes 4 points of persistent damage. MD, roll me a flat check.
I'm pretty bad. I'm up, but I'm pretty bad.
I got an 8.
Roll me another flat check.
Got a 1. Want me to roll you another one?
I don't think.
Can we
Nope,
survive
that's
this?
good. Roll me.
You could still damage him.
Roll me a d6.
A 1.
That's Arknar. Run in the room is your first action. It's been 2 actions just swinging away at Arknar.
Stab, stab.
He knows.
He's-
I roll a 19 on the die.
okay, it passes concealment.
Yeah, you're right.
Doesn't
13.
He's doing
I
better
meant-
this way.
For a total of a 35
God.
versus his
35 will hit his flat-footed frightened.
Oh yeah, eat it, dude.
5, 10,
Oh my God.
14,
The stupidest
18,
fight we've ever done.
19, 20, 23, 30.
What the heck, 30? Okay.
Am I able to
Yeah,
use? Am I
actually,
able to
better
use
this way.
reactions to the boat?
You can't use reactions either.
Not-
You're not cognizant enough to be able. You're just swinging blindly. Give me another one. Concealment.
Small one's concealment.
Okay.
Whoa!
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 I rolled a 9 on concealment and an 18 on the other one.
Whoa! He's doing way
The
better.
36
confused.
versus his
Just
flat-footed.
confuse him. What the heck? Don't let him pick his actions. He does great confused.
The answer is obviously don't think.
Don't
Thinking
think.
is the problem.
Stab.
Oh my gosh.
6, 10, 12, 14, 15, 20, 23, 30.
I don't
60 damage. Confused
Stab.
and dazzled.
I think we got this, really. I think it's gonna be okay.
Tammy, make
Out of my mind.
Make me a flat
At
check.
the end of the third round.
Oh, your third round or his third round?
My third round.
This is the beginning of the third round.
No,
Oh, that was the end. You're right. You're right. You're right.
No. He's gonna take half damage because he succeeded on the check.
20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago, he succeeded. So he'll take 3d6 damage, and there's nothing that you or the little stupefied dog in front of me can do about it. You can't resist it. You can't do your little silly, goofy.
What kind of damage is it?
I don't remember. It was forever ago.
3 rounds ago.
Mental.
Oh, okay, no, we can't resist these.
He has
Yeah.
a brain.
Okay. Well, it's 11. 11 that he can't do anything about.
How do you finish?
Sounds like 11 spite damage.
11
I just want to
incredibly
do something.
angry gnome damage. Make me a flat check. Can't
Now I will do that. What the D20 or was this the D6 thing?
No, it's just D20.
Okay. 15.
You take a huge hit from Arknar here. It smashes you back into the corner. 60 is a lot. And that immediately jars you back to cognizance. You are lucid. Your turn is yours. You snap right out of that. You're still dazzled from the waves of colors around the room, but your mind is back. It's just very stupid right now. I mean, you're still stupefied 4. You're just not confused.
She's still smarter than
You
me.
idiot! That hit the spot! I'm gonna take the lizard off my back and throw it at him!
Wait!
No!
Wait!
I won't! I won't!
You trying to listen to him?
Yeah, no. I throw him and he comes hovering out in a T-pose.
And he cast this, not you, right? No stupefied here, kids!
No, it's not!
It's lizard time!
Lizard time!
It's
Oh my
lizard
God.
time.
He comes out! Oh my gosh! Make a basic will save.
He is out of no you reactions.
Yeah, you're out of your
So-
resources. You spend them all on me. You forgot about the lizard.
That was your
34.
more deadly mistake.
34? It's a success, but you're still gonna take half damage.
Is he good?
That sounded musical.
You know how many hit points he has right now?
How many?
You go and roll the damage.
He's dead. Kill him.
It's
Finish it.
3d6.
Finish
He
it.
could live. He could. It's possible.
Alive.
Finish it.
3 6s.
It's 10.
What happens?
Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Greedy flies forward and his jaw unhinges. Oh, and he takes one big bite out of his stupid face!
What? It just greedy bites at him, and he just face plants forward. Instantly, the colors go away, and Reginald and MD immediately come back to their senses. Mario's in the corner. This thing goes.
Stab.
Flat on the floor. You say you couldn't do anything.
You got the last hit.
How many kills? How many kills will he get?
The Lizard of God has claimed many souls already. It's like
He's the strongest
oh my God,
amongst
against
us.
all odds!
God takes another life.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God!
horror campaign, by the way. It's like,
Yeah.
For them.
for them, you are the horror monsters.
Imagine
at this point.
a chameleon floating at you, T-posing.
Right.
And
You
his jaw
just,
just unhinges.
you two just come back into like sentience here to Cammy standing there, and Granny just floating in the air like this with his mouth open, and the moon piece is face down on the ground.
I call this a horror campaign, but not for me.
It's not
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
my wheel was gonna be he surrenders, but I guess I'll think of another one and we'll do it next week.
Oh!
The wheel is Cammy learns how to do that rainbow attack.
Oh my gosh, that
What?
was sick.
It's just a spell, you can just learn it. It is an 8th level spell though, so it's
I'll
a
get
little,
there. I'll
little
get there.
later.
No, I'll get there.
It's
I'll get
called
Wait, what class?
Confusing Colors, so like look it up later.
I think I'll remember it.
It's pretty good.
Sounds like a good trip.
It's 9 on the 10.
I like to take
So
spells
I'm
that
gonna
have
put,
been cast
an
on me.
asterisk on there. Your allies are not immune to it. It's just a purely
That's
visual effect,
never
and he
stopped
doesn't have
me.
eyes, so like, it doesn't affect him.
I like to cast spells that have been cast on me because Impending Doom is from the
Melisandre
Tattered
did that.
Man fight.
Oh, the Tatterman did.
Yes.
And then you did. Demeliston is what it was.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the no. Your allies will not be immune to that. He just doesn't have eyes, and it's a purely visual spell, so it doesn't affect him. That's why he just like
Oh,
casts
that's
himself.
funny.
He's immune to visual effects. They don't
So
see.
if you see it coming, can you just like blink or close your eyes?
I mean, if you have your eyes closed before that turn happens, like you can. There's always 2 things you can do. And this will be quick because before we end the episode here, because this is mostly post show. You can avert your gaze and you can straight up close your eyes. Those are things that affect you. We'll talk about the rules of that more afterwards.
Yeah, I'm a
because
Patreon
we're a
supporter
little,
and
we're
you
a
can
little
hear more
over.
about it.
We're a little over. So, as Arknar falls, one of you will have the unenviable task of digging through his rolls for a ring of keys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's fine if you're Marius, who is hungry. He likes his steaks real fatty.
Oh god.
It's buttery.
Calamari.
Buttery. Just chew your way to the gooey center, my friend.
Just sushi.
Somewhere
Magic.
in this carcass is a ring of keys,
Magic moves.
identical to the one that Yathkef had given you in all ways but one. There was a small yellow diamond connector hanging from the end of it.
Nice.
2 keys for a paired lock in the solitary confinement ward. That's going to be it for us today, everybody. We'll talk more about these incredible memes in our post show, which is available to all of our Patreon and Ko-fi supporters. We record one of them after every single one of these episodes. Sometimes we even talk about the episode that happened instead of just going on insane tangents for like 20 minutes. But if you want to support us a little bit directly and get some more content there, those are a great way to do it. Also, feel free to check out some of our partners down below the video player. Discount code UGT Show works on all of those. We'll be back next week with the penultimate episode of Book 3 in Strange Aeons. What?
Are you using that term right?
Yes.
Okay.
We've had this conversation for like
Oh
7
gosh,
chapters
not the
now.
penultimate thing again.
Look, I figured it out now, okay? It's second to last. Which means, pending sickness, there's a lot of that going around right now. Or something else happening. That's right. The finale of this chapter
I'm punctuated.
will be 2 weeks from today. We have the keys we need to free the King of Yellow, and we have all the gifts we need to meet the Mad Poet. All that's left to do is go see if there was any point to any of this.
Oh my
So
gosh.
mad.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of underpinning themes throughout some of these adventures and some of these chapters. I think it's interesting that immediately before that you get set up with the completely pointless torture machine that really just exists to make music for Arknar.
The worst kind of music.
Hopefully not foreshadowing
Oh.
for what's going to happen with the Mad Poet. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you for being here. Good night. Stay safe. Stay safe.